Hello. It's been a
Hello.
while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, there it is. I was waiting. I knew you'd do it.
It's-
I knew you'd do it. How's everybody doing? It's 2024.
Is it?
Great.
You're doing great, or is great that
Right
this
now,
guy
I'm
gets a
doing.
big beard and a drug rug, and all of a sudden he's
I'm getting into character.
Yeah,
I
that's
see
it.
Getting into character.
Yeah, I mean, 2024 is no shave year, right?
Yeah.
no shave.
That's
year.
what they told me.
I mean, that's
He
what
just did a tab of acid before we went on. He's
You
getting
know.
into character.
Yeah.
she's ready.
Good, y'all.
Listen, guys, how was your break?
It was good. It was needed.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys enjoy some time with family or friends or self? Because when I asked at the beginning of last episode if you guys had any fun plans, I got very much the same response I'm getting now, which is a bunch
Yeah.
of cold-eyed
Yeah.
stares.
Well, my first thought is, wait, who got a break?
Yeah. Sorry.
What is this break you speak
Sorry.
of?
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't-
sure
I don't
what
know
break
that
you're
word.
talking about.
Sorry.
Well, look, you got a break from STF, Tyler. That's about all I can offer.
Oh, yeah, all right, all right.
You know, like that's all I can offer you. You know.
But I like hanging out with you guys.
Oh well, shit.
Do this more often.
You know what? That's on us, man. Our bad.
Yeah. Oops.
Oopsie. I got to spend majority of the time with Matthew, and that was great. We haven't yet had like the big extended family Christmas New Year's thing, and I'm super okay with that. I went and saw my mom and my niece and my brother and sister-in-law, and that was great because it was about 2.5 hours.
Oh wow, that's nice. Nice condensed short situation there.
Yep.
On my end, I went back to Chicago to visit my folks over like the Christmas, New Year's week in between, and it was super chill. Like we did not do an extended family get together type of thing. Just like watched a bunch of TV, read a bunch of books, went to the gym a lot, and like that was really what I needed. Like work has been crazy before going back to Chicago. It's been crazy after, and like that's the type of week I needed, just to like decompress.
Yeah.
So Adam, I'm sorry. I got nothing to report back to you
That's
on,
okay.
but
That's
like,
okay.
you know,
No. Where's the juicy drama? I guess
ooh,
that's our job.
dude, I do have some juicy drama. I
Oh,
read
okay.
like,
yes,
Whoa.
Bill.
Very
oh,
nice.
over that week, I read like 10 volumes of Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga.
Oh,
That was
fun.
crazy.
Oh, neat. I'm not familiar with that, so
Juicy gossip.
I'm
It's
sorry.
it's a popular shonen anime that came from a manga right now.
Okay.
It's like X-Men kind of. It's really good.
Oh well,
It's like-
I'm a
That's
fan of that. Okay.
That's a good, quick way to describe it.
It's
Hell
like
yeah.
X-Men,
Yeah.
kinda.
Yeah.
But an anime.
It's an anime. If you spend any more time on it, we're going to be here for
That's
20
true.
minutes.
That's
So great.
All right,
Let's
so
move on.
negative emotions create curses, and curses can be channeled by curse users.
No,
Oh, we started.
no.
Oh,
No.
move on. Sam, what did you do? Let's go.
Well,
Get me off of this.
I think I did the math on this, and I had 14 and a half hours of family togetherness over the course of 4 days surrounding Christmas, with like 5 different occasions, some of which were brief and pleasant, some of which were long, and by nature of being long, less pleasant, just because I'm an indoor kid, indoor by myself sort of kid.
Yeah.
So when we get to the point where there's like 60 people who are all related to me, all in the same room, that's a lot.
No, pass.
Yeah. And this is big Italian family, so there's a high volume level involved, even with 4 people. So 60 people, it's a lot.
Are
Is
you?
there a moment where everybody's like, we're taking Sambuca shots now? Like
Sadly,
salute?
it was alcohol free.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so to be fair, my extended
An
family
Italian family?
Well, listen, it's a rule that's been set due to precedent. Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
At least my family's that way anyway.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
used to be drinking right until the time that the grandkids got to drinking age, and then mysteriously it stopped. It disappeared.
It's funny how that works.
Mysteries.
Rude.
I, being one of the grandkids, don't really
Right.
appreciate this development.
That's when you go and take the walk, alcohol version.
That's true.
Pull out the flask.
Yeah. Safety meeting.
Yeah.
Let's go, cousins. Safety meeting.
So we're going on the cousins walk. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
So I've now hearing you all talk, I've reflected. My wife was actually out of town. She went to New York. Her extended family lives on Long Island, and it was for a wedding. And the wedding was going to happen, and then it changed. And everyone's like, "Well, we already got plane tickets and an Airbnb." So they're all out there. I'm at home with my son. So I had my sister-in-law's dog. And during the time that she was over, I started getting like really sniffly and nose drips. And it was just like, I'm thinking to myself, take a bunch of antihistamine because it's a new dog. Right. And I was happy to get out of the house to go to Christmas Eve with my mom's side of the family. And I was there for 3 hours and I didn't stop sniffling and shit. And then I was like, guys, I have to go. And then I got back. 2 days later, I get calls from mom, and she was like, "You shouldn't have come down. You were sick."
Oh no.
So, and I tested myself. I didn't have like COVID or anything, but I gave a bunch of people in my family just a nasty flu, just a head cold, and then I just recovered for the next 72 hours. Not that, yeah.
I was sick over the break too. I'm not sure which family member gave it to me, but
I was also sick. My roommate gave it to me, but she got the absolute worst of it. Like, this has been almost 3 weeks and she still hasn't fully gotten her voice back. I was only sick for like 3 days. So it's been going around, y'all. It's a doozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dude, awesome. You guys are really, sounds like you're living really incredible lives. I'm very jealous of all the happenings going on.
Now, wait a minute. Hold up.
Huh?
Talked about all the
your
interesting
break,
stuff
Adam?
before.
Looks like you got
Yeah.
moved.
I did get moved. I played a lot of shows, stayed busy, didn't break when I should have broke. And so that's pretty much where I'm at.
It's Mardi Gras next week, too. So
Oh my God. It's
get
like,
it together, son.
dude, like Mardi Gras is so early this year, and it like, it's just, I can't. It's
Y'all-
too much.
Y'all
It's
just
like,
send them good vibes. Send them good vibes to Adam. He needs
like I played my first party this weekend, and then it's like nonstop until the Fat Tuesday, which I think is the 13th of
February?
February. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's early.
It's so early, dude. Like, didn't give us any time to recover from Christmas. Like, we were talking about Mardi Gras costumes during Christmas.
Have you thought about pushing it? Have you said just, hey, the world, can we maybe push it just a week or two?
You know,
Can we hold
the
off
thing
one
about
Tuesday?
The thing about the Catholic Church is they don't budge very much.
You know what?
I mean?
They are pretty stubborn, like.
They are.
Every now and again, they hold on to
Just-
something for a few millennia.
Speaking as a person who just spent Christmas in a room full of 60 Italian Catholics, yes, I agree with you.
Wow. Thanks for the subs,
Yes.
Queen B, E-Robs, and Finder. Look, E-Robs and Finder at 19 and 17 months. You
know.
guys are ridiculous.
Damn.
You're subscribing to us talk about our Christmas break. I hope you are proud of yourselves.
I am proud of yourselves.
Thank you, though. Oh, look, Old Scratch, too. You guys are the greatest.
I concur. What? Yes, there he is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to type at the same time I speak. It's not my best.
You can't speak at the same time you speak.
Wow, Adam. Wow. Happy New Year. You know what, gang? Hey, listeners, I take it back. Don't send them good vibes to Adam. He's mean to me. He might
Back
even
off.
kill my character.
Back off. Emily's got a cold.
Okay, cool. I'll sniffle at you.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Like, you didn't have to say, though. You didn't have
No,
to.
no. You guys left me no choice but to fill this banter with shit talking, though. Like, I don't know. What else was I supposed to do, Emily?
You know what? That's on me, and I'm sorry. You're right, Adam. You're right.
We get all the good banter out before we hit record.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's usually how it
We
goes.
have to do that though to stay within like TOS.
Yeah. That's
We
that's
joke, but we were on fire for the last half hour.
Yeah,
true.
It was a good hangout.
yeah.
And then we hit
Turned it
record
on.
and dropped off a fucking cliff.
How'd you guys do during the break?
It's
What's
cold,
the-
isn't it, huh?
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
that out.
Dude, it's like 20 below here, man. You know, like
Dude, that's nothing. Where I'm from,
No,
the ice is
man.
like 3 inches thick, and you're just
Dude.
sliding over that thing. But I can drive. People don't know how to drive, but I can drive on
I
it.
got
just
this.
give me 4 hoppy IPAs and I can crush it.
If you give me an IPA and a mustache comb, I'm gonna show you a good time.
That's
Just steer
wow,
into the skid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
phenomenal.
got this bespoke pipe and suspenders.
I'm so sorry, listeners. Y'all do not understand these bits.
It was good. It was good when it was happening,
It was
y'all.
good.
Sorry
Yeah.
we didn't start it.
Trust
earlier.
us, trust us. This shit is gold. You just have to trust us on this.
Yeah, believe us,
trust
we're
it.
so funny.
I got a tattoo of a guy's head with a beanie on, and his beard is hops.
Oh, I swear to God, I've seen that beer logo before.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have too.
Wow.
Oh, not good.
Well, what did we come here for?
Beats me.
Something
Traveler.
about something
Oh,
about
okay.
1D.
1D, 2D,
2D,
3D.
3D.
Red D, blue D.
UD, me D.
Adam said earlier to me, or no, it
D's
was Sam.
nuts.
Sam said it's 2D plus 2, and I was like, you mean 2D4 plus 2? Wait, no, wrong system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing Traveler.
Mhm.
We are.
Everything. Oops, all D's.
It's all these.
Sorry, that's a different stream.
So
Yeah.
many D's, it's nuts.
Yes, you did it, Sam.
Yay.
Proud of you.
Congrats.
Okay. Well, with that, let's talk about Traveler.
Okay.
So far, we've been having a pretty good time with this little system. The character creation episode was wild.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. It was a good time. Made some crazy characters. Let's go around the horn. I want you to give me your character name and a 1-sentence description of the character. Emily, because you're so good with words, I'm going to start with you. Like she was like trying to like, I could feel
I was
her,
like,
and
I'm
she's
so
like, "Pick somebody
busy.
else, pick
I'm
somebody
so
else."
busy over here.
You know, she's like, I'm producing. Go with somebody else.
I'm Wyatt Blaine. I'm a sports broadcast journalist who spends no time at sports things. The end.
All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. Tyler, how about you?
My name is Celebrant Applebottom. I'm here on a bonding journey with my kinda steppapa, prosecuting for my client against the man in handcuffs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sam.
I'm the Marquis Has Shreddington the 11th, noble, dilettante, a person about town, and of course, probably the greatest lawyer in the entire galaxy, if you can go by the price of our services. I am currently defending the aforementioned innocent man in handcuffs, of course.
And that, of course, brings us to Steve.
Good evening, ladies and germs. It's Cormac Parker coming in over the 1s and 2s. I'm a man of the Hayakawa Corporation, a company that cracks open a planet and pulls out all the goody bits and sells them to, the people. I got into some trouble when I was covering up some corporate malarkey and stabbed Wyatt in the neck. But now I'm handcuffed and marooned on a planet with my defendant, my prosecutor, and my victim. Accident partner.
Accident partner.
Accident partner. Wow. That's great. Okay, thank you guys. I feel like everybody's totally caught up now and totally understands what's happening, but I'll
Mhm.
fill in a few holes just in case. Just in case you
Just
couldn't
in case.
absorb what's happening with those excellent descriptions. So you guys did crash land on a planet called Marduk, who, for all intents and purposes, or what the greater universe knows, is that there's only one small part of this planet that is actually inhabited by civilization, and it's like the starport, kind of like stopping place. It's kind of a hub planet, so a lot of journeys stop here on the way to something else. The rest of the planet is a unexplored wilderness, uh, and presumably there are no other people that live on this planet out in the wilderness. And that's where you crashed. That's where your shuttle crashed. Your shuttle was involved and shot down in some crossfire between some Ogma Raiders, which is a known like militant group that often gets in scuffles with the people of Marduk, although this particular raid seemed to be at a higher level than is typical. You crashed. There are some other people that were on the shuttle that survived with you. Those people, I will remind you, are Evan Gar. That is the dog person. He's kind of an uptight businessman who is definitely out of his element here, but trying to help, trying to contribute to the group's survival. You have Finan Trevix, who is the kind of charlatan con artist guy who is trying to get you guys to invest in his funds so he could divest them. And then there was Karen or Karen, who is a native of Marduk, who is just had enough of all of you and is kind of taking the lead as the survival expert, trying to lead you to some form of safety. You collected some goods from the survival kits that were aboard the ship and then decided that it was smart to leave the ship because the Ogma Raiders were likely to come and salvage the ship and potentially abscond with any people that are there too. So you left and made your way through the rain, and as the sun was setting through this field, and you were like, you found this landscape that had like a bunch of mounds with vegetation on it and a lot of birds, and you surmise that it was once perhaps a small town that had been overgrown over years and years and years with vegetation and dirt and everything, and now it's kind of like these roosting grounds for all these birds. But I think I ended with you guys having this sensation of being watched, and I think that's where we're going to start. So you guys are, it's, the sun hasn't set yet, but it is getting close to getting dark, and Karen is like, right, we do not want to be out here at night, I'm sure. We have to keep moving, try to find something, blah blah blah. And Finan is like, man, this is bullshit. I don't even, he's just complaining, and Evan is like, what can I do to help? What do we need to do, and all that kind of stuff. And so this is where you're at, is in this landscape. Talk to me about what you guys are doing right now.
I did not mention this earlier, but as a reminder to the listening audience, I am handcuffed and I'm holding a hatchet.
Yep.
I don't see how anything could go poorly with this.
Karen has a shotgun,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe
Wyatt has a rifle.
Wyatt has a rifle,
Yeah.
and then all of you have knives.
Well, if we feel like there are eyes upon us, Cormac would look across the party and say, I feel like the hills have eyes here. Jeepers creepers.
Oh my God.
I feel those peepers on me.
I agree. I agree. It is scary, and considering I've given my projectile firearm to the local, and he holds up his knife, I'm feeling particularly inadequate.
Karen walks over to you and says, right. Are you capable with firearms? Are you trained? Are you able to?
That's not what I said.
Well, no, I'm asking, though your response makes me think that no is the answer.
That is the answer. I was just expressing my feelings of feeling particularly inadequate.
Right. Well, is anybody here trained in small armed handguns?
I might be. Hold on. I'm typing a Twitch response.
Well, if it's the same as a starship gun, I did once spend a weekend on a sort of starship blow up
is-
meteors sort of tour.
Is there not a capable one among you?
Maybe
Well,
I
good.
could remember better if my hands were separated. I feel a little, una-armed, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't understand. What does una-armed mean?
Like my arms have been fused together by artificial means.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, they're not fused together. They're just bound. Are you trained in gun combat at all? Or?
No, I like to get up and close. I like to get up close and personal when I'm
Wyatt just
accidentally
stares.
stabbing people in the neck.
Oh man. All right. Well,
none of this is admissible, by the way. Just
None of it.
Extenuating circumstances,
this is
and
off
I'm
the record.
crazy.
I have a 1 in gun combat. If we had to put a number
right.
to it,
But you already have a rifle, right? That's why you have the rifle.
he looks
Look.
at Cormac again. I mean, I can always have more weapons.
No, I think I'm gonna keep my piece. And she kind of pats her bag. And I'll keep the shotgun too, just so no one gets hurt. Now, about this bindings on your wrist. Look, I know that quite a few of you have some reservations about this, but the situation is these circumstances. I just we might need his hands. Is all I'm saying. Now, I don't want to make this a lengthy discussion like we did before. I got the shotgun right here, and like before Karen can even finish, Vinden's like, "Oh hell no! You are not about to let that dude have his hands. He's got a hatchet. Look at the murder in his eyes."
Wyatt is just like wildly flailing and gesturing to Finn, like, yes, he gets it.
It'll be so difficult to chop firewood tonight with my hands bound.
I will chop the firewood. Don't even worry about it.
Seems like I'm the one with the hatchet, mister.
My
Wyatt,
client deserves to have his hands free, and I will personally guarantee that if he murders you, I will donate $10,000 or 10,000 credits. I'm sorry, I forgot what time I was in, to a charity in your name.
Wyatt just looks like 10,000. 10,000.
Yes, in your name.
Hold one second, Wyatt. I'm sorry. And Celebrant will like walk over to Haz and like put his arm around Haz's shoulders, like, I think that you know as well as I do that that's just a slap in the face. So we know this needs to happen in order to survive. Can we agree that after we are on a transport that we resume the court date or at least in an attempt to get there.
Oh, absolutely.
Binding agreement?
As in, we bind him again?
Immediately after we are finished, yes. Well, as traditional in Bakinyal, and reaches into his sleeve and he pulls out a long pipe and he thumbs it. He thumbs some leaf into it and he goes, "We bind the agreement now." And he and then he passes it to Haz.
Has looks at it and sort of takes out like something from like a couple pills and then they're from their pocket and looks them over, looks at the thing, and then finally shoves the pills back in the pocket and just takes the hit off of the binding law pipe as is tradition.
As is tradition. As is tradition.
And Celebrant's holding it in. And we are now bound. Oh.
And Evan's just like, I really don't understand this form of law. I thought that I was doing quite well in my advocacy, and I do not understand this at all.
It's a culture thing. I feel better about this already, Haz. How about you?
Well, I sure as hell don't. And he like storms off. He's like, I'm gonna take a leak. This is bullshit. And he like storms off by himself to go piss.
He's gonna be the first to die. That's horrible.
Well, I won't cause any trouble. Well, until you can bind me back up later. That's a Cormac Parker Hayakawa promise. Look, I can't even cross my fingers behind my back.
I just realized we didn't talk details, but yeah, that sounds good to me.
Wyatt is very grumpy about this whole situation and takes a few steps away from Cormac and just is muttering under his breath. He goes, I can't believe you guys are stupid. He's gonna fucking hatch it.
All right. Well, Karen is going to again try to shoot. She's like, all right, then, hold out your arms,
Crossing
keep them nice and
fingers.
pulled apart, right over there on this rock here, and hopefully I don't miss.
Wyatt's like, come on, Justice.
Hide from the ricochet.
Get out of here with that negative energy, Emily.
Justice Juju. Justice Juju.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I did not remember to add the dexterity bonus.
No, she's not very dexterous.
So we're gonna see how dexterous she is, because this could be
So
bad.
dexterous. She's an Olympic acrobat, is what I heard.
While Adam's figuring that out, Celebrant's going to go over to Wyatt and look at, between the two of them, a part of the binding agreement is that it's all up to us in the universe until our situation's good again. You're allowed by law to hope for his death.
I gotta tell you, even if I wasn't, I was just gonna break the law because I really would like to see him hurt at the very least.
I'd
Well,
advise,
that is
I'd
on the
advise
record.
against that.
That's on the record.
No, this is
That
all off
specific-
the record.
No,
as
I
we
said
talked.
before very quietly.
Very quietly.
That's not how this works. Here, why do you want some of this? And she passes the pipe over. Maybe that'll make you feel better. It made me feel better.
So I rolled a 4 total. That is enough to succeed at an easy task.
This, however,
What's that?
is a medium task.
It's a routine task. No, but it's a marginal success because you hit it exactly. So there's not any bonus of effect, right? So what that means is the traveler barely succeeds at the task and may have to accept a condition on their success. So what I'm going to say,
They have to.
well, here's the thing. Well, what I'm going to say is that you take 1 point of damage from shrapnel as it flies off and slices the top of your arm.
Dang it.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
So yeah, she
Pout.
lines up the shot, boom, and like a little piece of the metal just slices right across the top of your forearm, and like you know, takes a second for the blood to come out, but then you see a nice like little strip of blood droplets right across the top of your arm.
As
Oh,
the
yeah.
blood pools, Wyatt just smirks.
Oh, and if Wyatt's given Cormac that attitude, he's gonna look Wyatt dead in the face and just lick
Oh my
all the way up his arm.
Dear diary.
Oh, that's nasty.
New kink unlocked.
I'm not sure I feel comfortable about that energy.
So you are now unbound, Cormac. So you know you can shake it all out like the hokey pokey. You
Mhm.
know.
And damage comes off of which one first?
Endurance.
Endurance. Okay. I gotta find that fucking table.
So the book
'Cause-
is like new kink my ass.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
It was so good. We had a moment. It was so
I was
good.
speaking
Yeah.
for Wyatt, not myself.
Oh,
Oh,
right,
okay.
right. Yeah, we're in character. That's right.
it wasn't unlocked when your throat was cut.
Ugh.
That was different, Adam. That was life threatening.
That was my throat.
He didn't have a chance to say red. Sorry, please go on.
No, it's fine. So all of a sudden you hear a yelp. Oh shit! Oh crap! Oh, and then like a thud.
I think he has kidney stones.
All the pagan guys dying.
Honestly, that's addition by subtraction.
That's so cold-blooded.
We're gonna go, right?
No, we're not gonna go. We're gonna go see what the fuck happened. Yes, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I mean, he's annoying, yes, but that is a person, and something's obviously happened. Let's go see. Come on, let's go see what happened to him.
Okay, yes, I think Cormac should lead the way.
Fine by me, buddy. As he raises the hatchet over his hand, blood running down his forearm. Let's go take a gander.
Okay, so you do that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you kind of walk over towards the edge of a tree line where Finian had gone to go relieve himself, and you see him down on the ground holding his ankle, and there's like blood everywhere. Like his ankle is all tore up. His pants are shredded, and there's just like blood like coming out from between his fingers as he's holding. He's like, oh god, god damn it, that motherfucking thing got me. Oh fuck it, it was like a giant fucking dog cat or something just came out here and got me. And you guys like look into the forest, and it's like hard to see because it's getting dark, but you see like two yellow eyes just looking at you, and you hear like a soft like, and then it like slinks back into the woods.
Nothing to worry about. We skirted off.
Do we know what that was?
I mean, no.
Karen, you're local. What was that?
Right. I mean, I've never
Celebrants
seen-
rushing forward to give aid. Sorry, I have to put that in there.
yeah. Okay. I mean, as far as I know, there's no predators on this planet. That's new to me. I honestly don't know what that is or could be. I mean, I typically just stay to the city, and there's nothing more than domesticated cats and dogs there. You know, I haven't really been out in this part of the planet, so I don't know, but definitely seems like there's predators about, and so she looks to Cormac. She's like, "You better keep that hatchet at the ready."
Will do. Hey, Mr. Trevix, wanna spin us another yarn? This time, maybe the truth about what bit ya? What it look like there, brother? Cat, dog, cat.
It was like bristly, furred, long-legged dog-like thing, and it had this like gray and dingy brown stripes and long fangs and claws, and it just sunk it like I was just draining my lizard, and all of a sudden, and I peed a little harder because I was scared.
And I peed a little harder.
It always seems to go that way, huh?
But like it could have drugged me into the woods, and it didn't. It just like bit me, and then it looked at me, and then slunk back and waited for you, and then it was gone.
At that, I don't know if Wyatt is as smart as the average bear, but he would turn around like rifle, like, because if it intentionally just wounded one of our party, maybe this creature's a little smarter than we gave it credit for, and it's setting an ambush.
Or
That would make it the only smart thing currently involved in the game.
It's true.
Smartest
Or
thing
maybe-
in the
In
party.
this area.
maybe it's venomous and it got in there and got the poison or the venom in there and then bounced
Well,
out to wait for
Why don't we
something.
do your medicine check here?
Yeah,
Do we remember how that works? Because I don't.
I bet you roll some dice.
I've rolled
Yeah.
dice. No, I actually don't, and I could have been looking it up this whole time. Sorry.
Bet you it's
Soul
too
is
deep.
in chat.
Medicine. Oh, look, it's only 3 times here. Control F.
Yeah, sorry guys. Should have had this ready.
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
I'll loom over him with the
First
hatchet,
aid.
ready to chop off his leg. I
First
need to do
aid.
that.
First
First
aid
aid, that's
check,
what it's called.
check, and you're just gonna roll a medic.
Yep.
Plus your intellect,
So it's medic, which I have a 1.
right?
I have a medical kit. And-
That's you couldn't do this if you didn't have the kit.
Got
So you're basically
It's
just
1D or
rolling 2D.
2D.
All
okay.
skill checks are 2D.
Ooh, so I got a 5 on the dice, and then
Mhm.
do I add my medicine?
You add your medicine and your intellect.
Okay, so I just really only have the 1, so it's 6.
Okay, so that is a fail.
Sweet.
It's not. I don't think it's a big fail. It's just an average failure. So you just failed the check. So what I will say is that you're able to at least like stop the bleeding, but you're not able to heal. You're not able to heal him any of the damage that he took.
I'm really sorry. This isn't exactly a great place for triage. Can we get back on the path with him now that I've stopped the bleeding?
Great. It feels like it's been just about 55 seconds since I took some shrapnel. So, want to do a quick medical check on me too to get rid of that point of damage?
Oh, yo, bleeding.
Sorry,
That's
we're all
right.
out of time.
Just under a minute. Just under a minute. Makes it rules okay.
Oh. I mean, I have the bandages in my hand. I might as well. Do we actually have the time for me to do
Yeah,
this?
go
How
for
long
it.
does
Go
it
for
take?
it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I just saw the Solabuska. Thank you very much. The ruling that the medicine has to be done within a minute. So I was like, oh fuck, we got to do this now.
Oh, I see. Got it. I got an 8 total.
And also, it looks like we get a minimum 1 point healing.
Oh, you do get a minimum 1 point. I keep forgetting.
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
sweet.
even when
Yeah.
you fail.
That's
Yeah.
pretty handy.
So I'm
Yeah,
cleaned
came in
up.
handy when I didn't buckle my safety belt.
There
Oh.
you are, Mr. Parker.
Wyatt pouts.
Much obliged.
Just pout about it.
What'd you say? Why? What?
Pouts.
Oh, pouts. Okay, I got you.
Generally
He's like,
pour some more wine, you know.
yeah. So, Finian gets up, but he's definitely going to be limping. So he's going to be slowing you guys down a good bit.
Is he small?
I mean, I wouldn't call him small. He's like probably
I was thinking he
5'7",
Oh no, I don't know why I was thinking he was
190
like a
pounds,
gnome. I just made that up.
No, he's a whole
he's,
human.
he's people.
He's got
People
gnome energy,
sized.
though.
He
really
does have a lot of gnome energy,
People tell me I'm a bit like a gnome from time to time. Yeah, he's like, man, we're all gonna die out here. We're so fucked. We should have stayed back at the ship, y'all. We're so, he's starting to panic a little bit. Like, I mean, who are you? All are a bunch of idiots, and I'm out here following you, and you got a criminal over here, and you're letting him go, and he's got a hatchet, and there's killer dogs out here, and I just trying to make some money, and like, and shit, that ship that flew over us could have been our rescue. What are we doing?
I gave him 20 credits. Please,
he's
pipe down.
He's like stunned for a second, like at the audacity, like that 20 credits is anything, and like he's like, what? I can barely buy a stick of gum with this, man.
What? I don't know what regular people do for money. I assume you can buy one of your little houses with this.
Oh my God! I'm not gonna see you at my house again. You don't understand. I'm gonna bleed out here. I'm gonna get eaten. My insides are gonna be on my outside because of this stupid dog. And y'all are gonna just sit here and laugh at me. And none of y'all are gonna help me. And like at this point, Karen walks over.
Fine. You want order? I'll give you order, you goddamn son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
No more private peeing. You took it upon yourself to go piss in private, but let me tell you, those privates should be public if you want to stay alive.
So when you like get up in his face and like, like also that's like the loudest that you've been in, it startles him, and you see this little embarrassed look come on his face, and he kind of crosses his legs a little bit.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right. He just got slapped by Karen and yelled at by you. And so he like
start making better decisions. That's all I'm saying. Like, okay.
I actually think I have a towel in one of these survival kits. Here you go, Finian. Oh, and let's see. Were there any hallucinogens in the med kit? I just need you to calm the fuck down for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's definitely like eased up a little bit.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
He said my insides are going to be on my outsides because of this dog thing. Is that just him ranting, or does he know something about this creature?
No, that's just him ranting.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
But speaking of, you hear some rustling in the woods, like around you.
That rustling was me cocking my gun.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, thank goodness.
I rack a shell into my hatchet.
Well, okay.
I'm pretty sure your loud mouth ain't helping, Finn.
What? Okay, what direction are we heading?
In that direction.
Okay. Maybe we finish this somewhere.
Well, not into the woods, but like
not into the woods.
Yeah,
direction.
you were like trying to make your way through these ruins,
Abandoned city thing.
Yeah. And hopefully trying to find a place to like hunker down.
Yeah.
Some shelter. And so, like we've been joking around, and that's good. I'm here for the jokes, but I must insist that you guys take stock of your current situation as you're moving through these ruins and really like figure out where your head's at and like what is your plan here? You know what I mean? Like what are you gonna do? How do you plan to get through this night? What is your reactions to there being an unknown predator in the woods?
Okay. All right. Enough yelling. Enough being the way we are. There's some kind of creature out here, maybe like stalking us, predator style. So maybe we try and find a building that we can hold up in, secure, and make sure that we can last the night. because I
Finally,
don't.
somebody's starting to make some sense. It's good. It's good thinking.
I
Amongst
hate
these ruins, sorry, is there anything structure like that we could actually go
Yeah,
inside, or is it?
I mean, you can start looking, like making a concerted effort to look through these ruins for sure.
we we do that.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Do the personal survival kits have lights in them?
No.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
luckily we all have lighters, right?
Like this. I'm sorry. What did you ask if they had lights in them?
The
Flashlight.
The
personal
survival
survival
kits.
kits.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
They have
They do.
lights.
They do. I thought
Okay.
you were asking if any of the ruins had lights in them,
Oh,
and no,
Oh,
no,
no, no, no.
they don't.
I think then with the two kits that I have, I'm going to break out whatever lights are there. I'm going to look up
So it's
what they'll have.
it's like we're at full sunset now, and it's still raining. You guys are making your ways through all these different mounds and these structures, but like not finding anything suitable as you're going. But you're still looking. It just takes some time. And about 30 minutes into that, you the skies are dark purple at this point, and one of you will say, "Why?" Out of the corner of your eye, you look, and you see the shape of a dog like behind one of the mounds, and it's like looking at you, just snarling.
does it look like an actual dog, or is it
Well,
some?
like as soon as you try to like focus on it, it like zips back into the shadows, and you're like, you're like what? And then Cormac, in a different direction,
Uh-huh.
you see perched on top of one of these mounds, but backlit, so it's just shadow. Another creature with these yellow eyes in a different area than the one that Wyatt just saw.
That's not ideal.
Listen
There's
up,
no wall.
everybody. There's a lot of fucking stupid animals out there. Right now, I understand we're not the shiniest spoons in the shed, but those fucking stupid animals have all survived. Predators hunt prey, and it's time for us to not be prey no mo. We gotta hunker down, probably sleep in shifts, and make sure that nobody gets eaten. I understand there may be some reservations of who stays up at certain times, and we can make accommodations for that. But I'm not getting eaten by no goddamn dog. And neither are any of you. Because if we don't get out of here together, we're not getting out of here at all. You hear? Capiche?
I hate this guy so much.
But I'm right.
But you're right.
Have Celebrant's going to make sure he has his knife out. Do we see any place that we can take shelter? And is Karen taking us somewhere? See, I was under the
No,
impression that
no.
Karen was specifically taking us a place.
No, she was determinedly getting you away from the crashed ship,
Oh my
trying
god.
to get to a place that you wouldn't be seen. Okay. Uh, you still haven't quite found a place yet, but this is a massive expanse of ruins. So you're pushing through, but at least two of these creatures have now like made their presence known at the edges of just at the edge of your like sight lines or like within your reach. And as Cormac's giving that big speech, and
Everyone claps.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of a sudden Evan yelps and like he goes down,
Oh no. The
and
puppy.
you turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you turn and you see that one of these things has,
Oh.
oh, she says, has just pounced out of the shadows and got a pretty significant bite in. And so I'm going to actually roll. It's this.
Like, I was going to say, this sounds like the part where you say roll for initiative, but how does that work?
Okay, well, that's up to you guys if you want to do that. But I'm rolling for damage right now.
Right. So the only thing Celebrant can think to do is he's got a point in animals. It's animals training technically, but like he wants to try to get them away. All I have is a knife and some words, so
And
that's
some words.
that's what I'm gonna try. I
think
got
if you had a point-
animals training.
If you had a point in like animals cruelty, that would
That'd be pretty
better.
good. Yeah, that would
Now's
work
not
here.
the time. Has
Um, okay. Let me tell you what just happened here, and it's not good.
Adam.
puppy
Um,
went down.
So Evan got pounced on by, and I hope I'm doing this right, but this is what's happening.
This is what's happening.
Got pounced by this wild dog, and the dog got its jaws around his neck. It did 17 points of damage.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Adam, you said you weren't going to TPK us.
That's basically infinity.
It's
Yeah.
basically infinity.
So Evan has 5 endurance, and then 8 dexterity,
Oh my
and 6 strength. So that
That's
goes
it?
through all. No, not all. Right. So that's a total of 19. So he's down to 2 strength, but he's unconscious, and he is fucked up. And then the dog just looks at you and makes to bolt. Now,
Why
if you guys
show
want
him?
to try, if
Yeah.
you want to try to shoot him, you can do that. And here's how you do that. We're not
Okay.
going to go in. We're not going to go into full initiative yet, because that's just not what's happening here. But to attack, the traveler declares that they're going to attack and selects a target. The target then may choose a reaction. The traveler then makes an appropriate skill check, and as normal for any average skill check, if they score 8 plus, the attack is successful and damage is dealt to the target. So let me see what my reactions here are. I'm going to dodge. Okay. So who wants to take a shot? I'm going to let a free shot go here.
I mean,
I
does anybody else
think
have a
Wyatt's-
gun? Like,
think Wyatt's best for the shot because a rifle's better than a shotgun.
Get
I
him,
suppose
Emily,
Karen
get
has
him.
the Shotgun.
Okay, so I roll 2D,
So-
1D.
So you roll 2D.
Okay.
You said you have a 1 and gun combat, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. So you're going to add that plus your dex.
Oh, which is a 0. Okay.
And then you're going to take a penalty equal to this thing's
Oh, the dodge.
the dodge, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's see what that's going to be. All right. I guess you just take a -1.
So does it like say dodge 1 next to it?
Well, it says athletics dexterity 1, which is what I can use for dodge.
Okay. So then it's just basically a straight roll.
I suppose so.
If you get a +1, yeah.
Okay, well, 1 is a 6, and then the
Good
other
start.
one's a 1, so 7.
Oh,
Oh, so close.
Oh,
Does that miss?
Wait, so you have gun combat,
Uh-huh.
a point in that, and do you have any dex?
No,
Because you had both
0.
of those. Oh, well,
Yeah.
then yeah.
So you miss. Okay. I'm
I
going to say
think I
Karen.
scared it off.
Karen's going to. Well, maybe, but Karen's going to take a shot too with the shotgun.
oh, Karen's gonna blow Wolf Boy out of the water.
I hope
No,
so.
I don't know. We'll see. All right, here we go. I'll roll this on the table for you guys. Oops, that's not how that works. Oh man. So she rolls a 5. So I
Karen's
mean,
useless.
We just
Well-
saw our doggo companion get, like, eviscerated, so.
right. And so this dog takes off back into the shadows, snarling and leaving a trail of blood dripping from its jaws. And meanwhile, Evan is just like laying on the ground, like unconscious, just bleeding out of his neck.
Help him! Help him!
Celebrant goes in ASAP.
All right, let's go.
Let's see. Medicine. Not great. 7. 7.
So you healed for 1 for minimum.
Stop the bleeding.
But now you have a limping traveler and a totally unconscious traveler with you guys.
Is there any building within like 200 yards of us? You know.
Yeah, I think our standards just dropped for what's an
Yes.
acceptable
Yeah.
shelter for the night.
Something defensible.
But yeah, preferably some
Hopefully.
high ground. You know.
So the sun sets finally, like
Oh,
all the way below, and it's dark. And you start hearing this just like unnerving, bone-chilling like howls and like hyena shrieks from all around you, like all around the shadows. I mean, it's not just 1 or 2. It sounds like a whole pack
Oh
of these
shit.
things, and they are obviously hunting you and driving you further into these ruins, right? And you look behind you the way you came, and you see like a line of them just sitting there, just like sitting on their back haunches, just like looking at you, their beady yellow eyes.
We really speed run this adventure right to the end here.
Oh, wow.
I am looking through what our backpack things have. While we're kind of like crouched, taking taking in the view that is our apparent demise, would like to tie, like maybe, I don't know, rip a piece of fabric off and tie my flashlight to my gun. That's what I would like to do.
Okay,
Oh, we
I
have
like
cord. We have cord and string. Okay, yeah.
it. Okay,
And
I like
they
it.
don't seem to be spooked at all by the gunshots. They're still closing in. They're like, we know you suck at shooting.
We know that now. Our little pest prod. We learned something about you. You guys suck at shooting.
All right,
Um,
so this is a really scary situation. Like, we not only are we kind of surrounded by things that, like, one of them basically almost insta-killed a full-blown party member on full health. We're surrounded by them. We don't really have defensible shelter. I kind of want to do some sort of check to assess the situation and see if this has to be, because me, I'm okay being the bad guy here, as I've demonstrated already. But like, does this have to be a like I can't outrun the bear, but I just have to outrun my friend situation? Because like, I don't see a way out of this besides that, unless like I roll a perception check, which I don't know how to do in this game, and see like a sewer grate or something we can jump into.
So
Yeah.
it's like actually unnerving that they're not like moving in on you.
Yeah.
Yet. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, I will say that bite was almost max damage. So like that was like significant and probably more than the dog itself was expecting to do.
Well,
And-
I mean, when the top end of a roll rips the throat out of somebody,
Yeah.
that's a good reason to be scared. So thanks
Right.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you should be scared.
Yeah.
But they're
Can
also
confirm.
smart enough to they're just not moving in yet. You
Yeah.
know? They do know that you have guns and weapons, like, so they aren't closing in quickly. They're just like, they seem to be like cutting off different lanes of egress and
And
like,
leading us.
yeah, it almost seems like they're pushing you towards something.
Their den, obviously.
Yeah,
they
I don't
can
like that
murder
at
us at their
all.
leisure.
I don't like that at all. But are we smart enough to know that? I don't know.
Based
I'll tell
on
you
our
this.
interactions, probably not. No.
Nah. Not family
Moving-
dead.
Moving much further at night is a very bad idea in
Yeah.
this train, because even with everyone carrying a light, there's just so many things to trip over, break an ankle in the overgrown ruins. You're bringing spotlights to yourself with the light, with the potential, because you still have the threat of the raiders who potentially might come after you.
I mean, at this
Uh,
point, the Raiders
They
don't
might
want to
rescue
eat
us.
us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can give you a solid affirmative
Oh,
on that.
God.
Are there? You
What I
said
will say, what I will say is that as you're kind of gathering yourselves and just moving in the only way you can, you do see up ahead what looks like a more intact section of the city
okay.
and perhaps offers a chance of shelter there. The soil deposition and heavy vegetation has turned the remaining buildings into a sort of half sunken cave system. All right.
Oh God.
Uh, there's only a few buildings that have more than the ground floor intact, but there are enough of these to create this kind of weird three-dimensional maze that must be navigated with great care.
I don't like it.
As you enter this section of the ruins, I need you guys to all roll survival or recon checks.
Oh boy.
I hate to drag this down a little bit, but what are we doing about this fucking wolf body with a missing larynx?
I reckon we're
Are
dragging
we
him.
we basically hauling him on like a tarp?
We're good to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, Celebrant
Toss
has a
him on a
+1 in
blankie.
strength. Is that enough to carry a body?
Between the two of us, here's a counter. One-handed, Wyatt's got his rifle. It's cocked.
I'm a
It's ready to
nah.
go.
Like, we
One
can't weigh you
corner.
down.
No, I'll
One
take the
corner
hit.
of the
I'll
blade.
help carry this dude
Well,
if it
Haz
comes down to
isn't-
that. Like
Haz
that's
isn't
fine.
carrying anything useful and is not going to be useful in a fight, and will not acknowledge that out loud, but will quietly be willing to help carry.
Yeah, so father and son will drag
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, yeah, that seems.
we'll drag Evan using some of the tent material, you make like kind of and the whole time that you're making this like little makeshift
sled.
sled,
Yeah.
those dogs are just staring at you.
I don't like it.
But like at a far enough distance
Yeah.
that like taking a shot would be, you could
And this
easily
dark
just-
and everything. Yeah.
It's dark and everything, yeah.
So if I have a 0 on something, like I can roll it. It's just I don't have a bonus.
Well, yeah, and you don't take the -4 penalty.
That's
Okay.
that's the kicker.
What are the stats for survival and recon?
So I think survival would probably be education, and I think for recon, intellect.
Okay.
I'll
So,
take endurance for survival as well.
2D,
Yep,
and then whatever my intellect is.
or
All right.
endurance, whichever's higher.
Ready to roll?
All right.
Well, rolling with a -4 penalty, I got a 6. It's pretty
Perfect.
good, all
Wow.
things considered, but not a good roll. Not a good result.
Oh.
Rolling with a total of +1 on survival, that is an 8 for Haz.
Okay.
We're rolling with nothing because I have a 0 in intellect and a 0 to recon. But I don't get the -4.
What's your endurance?
It's a 0, 6.
Okay, same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, no -4 because you have a 0 in survival. So
I rolled a 9 then.
okay, great. Tyler.
Got 9 on the dice using survival. I have a +2 in education, so that takes me to 11. I don't have any points, so 7 is my total.
Man. Bang.
Yeah.
Okay. The 9 is the best of the bunch there. You do find some potential, like a building that like opens up, and you can see that the floor is given way, and it opens up down into these caves that go down up under the ground.
Wyatt size. There's this building over here, but it goes into the caves, and I don't feel good about it. But I guess beggars can't be choosers, and okay.
Well, does it have like a machine gun turret, maybe like a full on like capital ship kind of turret? Because
Wyatt just kind of
No,
like
it's
glares in.
Flash out
Has-
turrets.
Let's go inside.
I hear a wooze on the horizon. We must get below ground.
Okay, so you go in
This is their den.
and
That's what I was thinking.
you know, first of all, you get out of the rain. So it's the first time you haven't been rained on in a couple hours. And you're dragging Evan behind you, and Finn is limping, muttering under his breath, like a lot more scared than annoyed at this point. Karen has just like stoic like determination on her face, like just trying to keep her head together, you know. And I need another survival check or recon check from all of you as you go down into these caves.
Oh God.
I feel like I want to ask Karen what she knows about these things. You know, these creatures. Like if she's a local.
Well, she said before she didn't think there were any predators.
I got a 4.
Yeah.
Got a 5.
We're gonna
5.
7?
Did anybody roll well?
Thanks,
No.
Adam.
7?
Thanks. 7.
Oh, Sam got the highest
7?
with the 7.
This was routine, right?
Hey,
we
Sam.
do this all the time.
A 7 is a win in my book. So
Watch Adam squirm as we bungle every check this game.
Lower the difficulties, Adam.
he was like,
sorry.
"You guys won't get a TPK this episode."
So if you do remember that whenever you go to a new system, your personal communicators download like the local information base, and kind of made a joke that it was all about the city because that's the only information that's really known about this planet because that's where all the activity is. And it's believed, as I said before too, that this whole planet is unpopulated other than, you know, just some minor fauna and foliage, and that people are all in this centralized island structure, which is where the Marduk station is, Starport. However, if you do take some time to look through, you know, you do a keyword search, right? And you look for scary dog, right?
Scary dog.
Yep.
Number 1 search term on Marduk.
You do see an obscure database entry in the old histories of Marduk. And so this is like the kind of stuff that, you know, Karen has never read up. It's like very old, and at this point isn't even certain if it's true.
Yeah.
It's like what Marduk was before people came. And there is mention of these dogs. And I am going to butcher the name,
Love it.
but the name that comes up is Garen Aimbrait.
Karen Aimbrait.
That
Garen
sounds like
Aimbrait.
somebody's name.
It does.
And
Of the Cincinnati Aimbrights, you know.
all that's said about these creatures in that obscure entry is that they're fast, vicious, and territorial. That's it. That's all you got.
We did know
Damn.
that.
Damn. 3 new pieces of information.
That's why I gave it to you for free.
Great.
Does
Yeah.
it say anything about how they
We
feel
already
about
had what we
money?
needed there.
Yeah, how do they feel about money? Or drugs, for that matter.
Why don't you extend your hand with some credits out towards them and
Got
see?
plenty
Y'all.
of both, right?
I've got it. Okay. We leave Evan. Okay. We leave his body. And then we just cover it in drugs. And as the dog things are eating him, they'll get high and forget about us. And Bob's your uncle. We're off scot-free.
Bingo bango.
All right.
Bingo bango.
All who vote yes, say aye. Aye.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's the
Easiest
best
aye of the
idea.
day.
It's the best idea I've heard in the last 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, 100% Has would agree to that if you proposed it in game.
Is Hez gonna give up all the drugs?
No. Wyatt's a
No,
better
but
person
some
than I am.
drugs.
Wow.
That's
It
why you
won't-
didn't do it in
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
It won't take all the drugs.
It's like, you don't understand. These things are powerful. Like one and you're good.
I have so many drugs, y'all.
Well, and you know, Steve said it earlier, and Emily said it here just now to an extent. Like, at what point do you leave them behind? And when do we just get over the fact that we're we're just trying to survive, and we want to be nice people? Like, where do we draw that line?
Start cannibalizing?
When do we draw that
the real
line?
So
question.
as these
Where do we draw that
deep
line?
and heavy thoughts are weighing on your mind, and you're working your way deeper into these ruins, there you start to see some signs that someone or something has definitely passed through these ruins quite recently. And you keep pushing through, And after a while, some of you might think that you can smell wood smoke.
Dogs don't make fires that I know of.
And not long after that, you come up to this chamber. And you can see that this has clearly been inhabited by people. The remains of a fire, carefully surrounded by stones, lie in the center of the chamber. The embers are cold, but cannot be more than a day or two old.
This seems really suspicious. But I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth and not punch it.
Are
Can
there?
horses make fires?
It's a bucking y'all thing.
It's a fucking hell thing you wouldn't understand.
There's a new image on the Roll20. It's nothing fancy, but just kind of set some ambiance.
So so we have. God, wait, I'm like,
So there's not a fire
It's not an
actually
actual
lit right
fire.
now.
So there's an
But
image
there's
on
a
roll
remain-
20, but it's a lie.
yeah, okay. Well, and yeah.
Is there anything else? Like you said, there's evidence. Is it just like it's cleared, basically? Or is there any, like, old skins or sleeping bags or pottery? You know, like what level of occupation are we talking about here?
Let's look around a bit, shall we?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes.
So as you're moving around in the dark, the sound of the rain gone, the howling of the dogs kind of very faint if you're actually hearing it at all. You don't know if you're just like freaked out and hearing it in your mind. Every now and then you hear something moving in the darkness of the caves, but you don't know if it's a bat or just a bug or maybe a mouse or something like that. You look around the cold embers of the fire, and you see a couple sticks that have been filed down to a point at the end, kind of off to the side. You see what looks like a few stones that have been positioned next to the fire that look like sitting stones. And you see what looks to be some bones in the fire too. Some sort of squirrel, rat, some sort of small rodent bones charred in the fire.
Can we tell if the dogs are still on our tails now that we're down here?
Well, as I said, you're not sure if you're hearing the howling or not, but if you are, it seems from far away. You don't see any yellow eyes. You don't see any scat or sign of nesting here.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Are there, and you may have said that and I just spaced, are there any other like exits? Is this just kind of like a singular cave, or is this
It
sort
looks
of a
like
tunnel?
there might be an exit further ahead. Like, so you came down into this chamber, and then it looks like there's what used to be some grand hall of some sort on the other side of this chamber, but it's just dark, pitch black dark down that chamber.
And you had said that there was the smell of wood smoke. Does it smell like this is where
Yeah.
that's coming from?
Definitely. So what that tells you is that this fire pit has been used more than once, like enough that there's like a lingering smell.
Oh, okay,
of
so
a,
it's not
of a
that there's
regular
a
camp.
fire further
Right.
ahead.
I mean,
Maybe.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying that that this chamber smells like a campfire because it's obviously been used multiple times.
I think it smells like camp, and we don't have any other choices.
Yeah, not right now. I mean, is it defensible? Well, how many entries
mean,
are there? Just the one?
There's two. There's the one
Where
you
we came
came in,
from.
and then there's like another passageway that
Yeah.
continues on.
So we're gonna have to do groups of 2.
Which
What are you
probably
guys
was
saying
going
to
to
each other in character?
Finn.
Yeah.
I think this looks like as good of a spot as any.
Karen is like, yeah, right. I think so as well. I'm a bit worried about that hallway in front of us, but the idea of dragging Evan any further and Finn can't barely walk, I think that we need to just stop for a moment and do our best here. Yeah, I think you're right.
Karen, can you post up at the door that we came in and shotgun any wolf things that come in? Why can you watch the other door while Has and I for certain look at Evan and try to fix him?
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah,
good plan.
no problem. Yeah.
I don't want to tell you to do anything, Mr. Parker. I don't feel like I have the legal right to.
Right, that would-
Right.
That would be a big mistake. It would completely invalidate your whole case against me. But I'll be like I kind of forget if I'm actually using this term right. This volleyball term, libero. You just kind of go where you need to.
Wow.
It's fancy.
Very
Oh.
specific.
I'll float, be looking on one end, looking on the other, seeing what's coming down a hallway, checking out the
So-
other.
Why do I feel like if anybody's going to know what that term means, it's going to be Has?
Yeah.
I think I vaguely have an understanding as a person, not a character. I think that's right. I could be wrong.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, yeah, Wyatt's posted up at the hall.
Well, why didn't anybody ask my opinion?
Is that
Oh,
Finn?
Finn,
Yeah.
Hey, how about you go take a piss? How does that
Yeah.
sound?
And he starts to unzip his pants right in front of you. All right.
All right, at least you're not gonna get bit.
Maybe do it like against the slope or with the slope. You know what I mean? Like don't pee into the camp. That's bad.
If you could just just at the edge, sort of.
Maybe
over into the
maybe
hall
right
over
outside.
there.
Mark our
I
territory.
mean, look, my question is, what is the plan here? Okay, we stay here. We're trapped here. I mean, those dogs could come in. We're certainly not going to get found hidden down up underground like this. I mean, what is this just our life now? This is what we do. We just sit around this stupid ass fire and make piss jokes at my expense. This is bullshit.
What do you suggest we do? It's
I don't
pitch
know.
dark. Listen, we're in a crisis situation. We have to take things one step at a time. Okay? Right now,
All right,
we've
so
got
what's the
injured
plan?
people.
Yeah.
We're going to tend to the injured. We're going to.
Y'all are just going to, if them dogs come in, y'all are just going to run and leave me and my buddy Evan over here.
No
Y'all going to
one.
run down that hallway.
No one has said that out loud.
Oh, I was just guessing. Are you thinking that for real?
What? I said no one said that.
So I think Has is going to come up to our dear friend here, and
Oh,
if we
God.
remember,
Oh,
has lost their sweater. It's tied around their waist at this point, so they're shirtless and has rubbed mud all over their face. So just really looking like
Full Captain Kurtz here, huh?
yeah, a sad version of Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first Predator. And they just go right up to him and hand on either of his shoulders, and they go, "It's okay. Become the night, my friend.
Oh, no.
Become the night."
Oh, hell no. This motherfucker done gone crazy. And he just like steps away and just goes and sits on one of the sitting stones and just shakes his head. He's like, I'm hungry.
We
Y'all
have
hungry?
food in the
Yeah,
survival
let's eat.
kits.
Yeah, right. I know. Let's eat. I think
Then
we'll
ha-
all be better if we eat some food.
Let's
I
feed
think
him.
you'll be better once you've eaten Finian. I'm gonna take care of our friend Evan.
And so as you guys are having that argument,
Oh no. Nothing
uh,
happens and everything's fine.
Nice things
Wyatt,
happen.
you were up against the hall you haven't explored, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You see some lights approaching.
Oh,
They're dim and they're flickering, so they don't. It seems like, I mean, it's not electric light.
yeah.
It's like some soft yellow light way deep down, or and like you can see the shape of the hallway is a long hallway with a bend to it. So you see these like long shadows kind of open up on the hallway as these dim light starts approaching.
I have a quick question, Adam. You're saying
Yeah,
hallway. Is this like an actual finished area or is this just a
it
cave?
was at one point, but
Okay.
it's like so old
Yeah.
that it's like
In
it's hard to
ruin. Yeah.
determine what is building and what is earth at this point. But like,
Gotcha.
there this it's certainly this combination between natural cave and artificial structure that created these spaces, right? Because it sank down into a cave system and then became part of it. But you know that you have maybe seconds before whatever is carrying that light comes around the corner.
You
It's
gotta
moving
shoot.
quickly.
Wyatt's
What
gonna
are you gonna
drop
do? It's moving,
down
coming.
to one knee and say, "Who goes there?" and just holler down the tunnel. Like that'll alert the people behind me and hopefully that'll get them in front to respond and be like, "We're friends." That's what they're
Go
gonna
ru-
say.
I go run up and put like a shoulder in front of Wyatt to be like the line of defense. You could shoot over me. I'll take the hits with my hatchet if it comes down to blows.
So you shout that out. Who goes there, right?
Yeah.
And you hear a gunshot, and then like like this language that you don't understand. And around the corner comes five people, three men and two women. The two men look to be in their 20s, and they're supporting a third older man who's clearly hurt, but berating the others that they can put him down. And then there's a woman about 40 leading the group with an oil burning lamp in one hand and a large pistol in the other. And then you see a 12-year-old girl armed with a shotgun bringing up the rear, and they're all pointing their weapons at you. And we're going to take our break.
Oh my lord.
Oh
What?
my.
I have questions, Adam.
Lots.
Like, how long is our break gonna be?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I can
Yeah.
I can make that happen, bud. Okay, well we'll be back in about 10.
So, are you guys scared yet, or
Terrified.
Yeah.
okay,
Certainly
good. Like,
nervous.
Poco.
like I kind of alluded to it earlier. I'm here for all the jokes and shenanigans. I've been laughing so hard throughout this whole thing, but I still wanted to deliver a harrowing situation. So I'm glad that we split the difference there
Mm-hmm.
and found it. Um, because it's a bad. You guys are in a really bad spot here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
you are a group of
Yeah.
people who are not equipped to deal with the situation that you're in.
That's correct.
You've crash landed. You are potentially being hunted by Ogma Raiders, although that seems less of a threat now that you know for a fact you're being hunted by wild dogs, and you've been led into this cave that, while defensible, also seems like
Seems to
there's no
be
way out.
inhabited.
Yeah, and yeah, just now from the other end comes this group of people speaking a language you've never heard, all armed, including the 12-year-old girl, with one old man who is injured. And I mean, that's where we're at right now. So they fired a shot and shouted something to you in a language you didn't understand, and they're all just staring at you with their guns pointed at you. You're laying on the ground with your rifle pointed at them.
Did they
What?
shoot me?
No, they just did like a basically, hey, we've got weapons shot.
Okay. You said
warning
I'm
shot.
laying on the ground. I was like, did I
Well,
get shot?
you said you was laying on
I
the
said
ground.
I
it was
took
down
a
on a knee.
knee
Oh, you took a knee. Okay,
to
all
make
right.
Sure, took a
my
knee.
my shooting
Gotcha.
space smaller.
I got you. Okay.
Is there any chance that we could recognize anything about the language? Like, I know it's a language we haven't heard yet, but if we have the language skill, could we possibly like find common constructions with something we do know?
Okay. Who has the language skill?
Has an
Oh,
eye.
yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a roll, but I just so we have that information. Okay. But we are in a tense moment right now where there's not like something has to happen in the moment without knowledge. You know what I mean? But we'll go ahead and get that roll to see maybe what Has is doing in the back. I think Emily, you can certainly roll, but I need you to roll with just a -1 on that
Okay.
because of the situation. You're staring it down, so
Yeah.
you're like not thinking as clearly.
So I use my
So
education or
yes, this would be education.
okay. So again, just rolling flat. No, that's a 5 total.
Okay, yeah, you're too like worked up
Yeah.
to. I mean, it just sounds like. Now, I will say, it doesn't sound like gibberish. It sounds like a constructed language, but you never heard it, and it doesn't sound like any language you've ever heard before. What did Sam? What did Has get?
Has rolled a total of 11.
Ooh.
Okay, great. So I'll keep that in mind and interject when it's appropriate. Wyatt, what are you doing?
Wyatt would probably be like, there's people, and not like taking his eyes off of the newcomers, but just making sure that the group behind him knows, like, hey, we've got some folks over here.
They
Just give me the word, kid. Give me
When you
the word, and I'll take out that 12-year-old.
so
Wyatt would put his hand out towards
so hold on.
Cormac.
So when you say that, right? When you say, because you said you're looking at them
Yeah.
and you shout out, hoping that the people behind you hear, but
Yeah.
you're looking at them, so you shout out, and they look at each other like, and you see in the flickering light some confusion on their face, and they look back at you, and their eyebrows furrow, and they're like, "That's what."
I'm still like holding my gun, but I'm gonna actively point it down just a little bit, like away from them, and raise the other hand, like, no, just wait.
Okay, I think how we doing, what? At this point, Sam, now that you've heard some words, your personal communicator has translators built into it. Now, you look down and you immediately would know that. You look down at your communicator to see, and it is not a registered language. However, this communicator has technology that as it hears language, it will start to try to put it together. So the more that you can get some context about what they're saying, the quicker you can get a translation, a translator functioning. And I will, because you rolled so high, this will happen quicker than it normally would. But you still have to give it, it's like any cipher, you have to give it one thing to start with, So that's the information I'm going to give you about how you're going to communicate or figure out how to communicate. But right now the tensions are too high. Okay, so you put your gun down, or to the side, not down, right?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I get this.
It's not
correct.
pointed at them. It's like,
Okay.
they were cool.
What does Cormac and Celebrant do in this moment?
I think you can kind of mirror that type of motion even if you are wearing a hatchet. In that, like, instead of raising it over his head, he pulls it down towards the side and puts his other hand up like, I'm not trying to, start any shit. And then basically he knows that he's stupid, but he also knows that he's not the one to like handle this situation. So he's just going to kind of like be up front with Wyatt in case shit goes down and this all goes south, but otherwise absolve himself of like the interaction.
Celebrant seeing what's going on, I get it. He takes his small knife and he throws it down so that it clatters loudly and puts his hand in the air. We're not gonna hurt you.
They look at each other, kind of whisper, and then look back at you. And they hold up. They do 1, 2, like on their fingers. One finger up, 2, and then shrug.
We hit him back with 3, 4.
And they're like, okay, got him. Well,
Oh boy.
Wyatt points at himself 1 and points at Cormac 2.
when you do that, she tenses up.
Wait,
on the
no,
gun.
no, that's not it. That's not it.
She looks confused, but when you pointed at yourself, she did not like that.
Okay.
I point at the ripped open throat and the leg and go, wolf, wolf, wolf. Grr. Ooh.
We're gonna hit some pantomime stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And she has a pistol, not a rifle, because she's holding the torch too. So she's like got it. She had it kind of down. She has it back up, and then you say, "What did you say?"
It was wolf, wolf, wolf. I can't remember what the next one was, but then I did finish with ooh.
Ooh.
And what were your emotions?
Point at the ripped open neck and point at the leg.
Of our injured
no
party.
choppy hands.
Yeah.
Of your injured party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of her eyebrows goes up, and she like extends the light out a little bit to try to see better. But from the distance, it's very hard to tell.
What kind of distance?
I mean,
How far away are they?
I think they're probably like 50 feet away.
Oh.
They're basically shouting at each other
Yeah.
down the
Yeah,
hallway.
yeah,
Got it.
yes.
Got it.
The only people they can see at all is Wyatt and Cormac.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I wouldn't have done that
Yeah.
if they can't see what I'm pointing
Yeah, I'm
at.
sorry. I thought they were a lot closer to us.
I was a
Well,
little
no,
brighter.
The two of you
Yeah.
they can see because you're in the hallway,
Yeah.
but the rest of everybody else is by the fire, and Karen was by the front. Where you came in. I guess she's still there, but she's like, "What's going on?"
I think we're gonna need Haz up here. Somebody needs to talk to these people.
Can we just try? The gun is still in Wyatt's hand, but all the way down, as least threatening as possible, and hand up, and he's gonna try and take a step back and gesture them to come Like, because we've got more lights in our little room, right?
I mean, you have them. I think you probably had like one on to treat the injured. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. You all have flashlights, right, in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
survival kit.
And there was
So that
probably one on like where Celebrant was working
mhm.
on our most
Don
injured
Evan.
companion.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
probably
you had
total
one
of two
taped to
at a
your
time.
rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
hmm
what do they react? Like, I'll just take
So
a
you put it
step
down and you
back.
take a step back, and you see her kind of lower her gun a little bit. She looks over to the old man and then down at the girl, and she takes a step, like a step forward to match the step that you took back.
Okay.
And then she goes, "Unda," and like kind of gives the hand motion, keep moving
I would
backwards.
try and say it back, duh, and then like take another step back.
So bloop 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 on your translator, that like clears as like move back, and so you can start to see some algorithms really starting to work now. You've got a definite like, okay,
Yeah.
one to one translation here. So for every step you take back, they cautiously take a step forward, and then you get back. Obviously, they have more ground to cover than you do to get to the fire. So once you get to the fire, if you just want to like sit, they'll come up and scoop up the rifle. And did you drop the hatchet?
I guess if the rifle went all the way on the ground, I would
Yeah,
have mirrored that.
no, I kept it in my hand. Like I put it
Oh,
all the
you
way
kept it.
down by my side. Like it's cool. Not abandoning my weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I
So-
can belt it, like put it through my belt.
So before they walk into the threshold of the chamber, they point at your rifle particularly. I mean, they're eyeing the hatchet, but they're less worried about that. They've all got guns, So like, they point at your rifle and say "Nga." I
Put
don't
it
think
down.
that's exactly what I said, but like,
Yeah.
basically they try to say move back. Like they are interpreting this as a
Yeah.
you seed,
A
like you
little
seed
bit, yeah,
something.
sure.
Because
When-
you could tell that they're trying to understand
Yeah.
you too. You know what I mean?
So when Wyatt gets back to like the group, basically, he would kind of set the gun down, not like giving it to them, but like to the side and bring his hand up, like, "See, we're cool, dog."
Mm-hmm.
I would Celebrant would definitely like if Evans should be in triage position as much as he possibly can be. That's what Celebrant would have been doing. Well, make sure that he's not in the line of sight so that they have clear vision of the highly injured Wolfman.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll continue to work on him to indicate that I, can heal.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, so they when they move in, they seem to like be a little bit more at ease when you like take your hand off your weapon, and they step in, and then out of the shadows in the room that you're in, two more people like crawl out of like a little hole that you didn't see, like up in the wall. Two teenagers crawl out, and they run over to the people that just came and like join them, like and like embrace them, and then like start to stand tall next to them. They're teenagers too, and yeah,
I get it now. I think maybe the kids were here, I don't know, just camping or watching out, but they saw us instead of their children, so they freaked out, maybe. They could
Oh,
have
was
jumped
that
us
the
at
one-
any time.
And the two, maybe.
Oh, that could be the
I don't
one
know.
and the two.
I may be making wild leaps. Wyatt would kind of gesture to the walls, like, any more?
Got any more kids hiding up in there?
they just shake their head. No. And they're like, you when the kids ran up to the teens ran up to him, you saw a visible release
Hmm.
of some anxiety. Okay, I mean they're still very obviously untrusting of you guys. They don't know who the fuck you are, what your deal is, but some of the immediate like fear that was on their faces, there's relief, that you see when they're the two teens run up to him.
Quick thought here. What was the name of that dog that we can't pronounce? Gain, Aim Bright, Game,
Garen Bright.
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. Yeah. Um, Wyatt gestures to the ripped out Evan's throat and goes and says, points to the exit and says, "Arr, rar, rar, rar. Chris Gaines."
I'll say has you because of that 11, okay? And as you're like looking at this translator as it's working, you see that the some of the language and the like spelling or pronunciation seems to match with some dialect cues from Garenbright, this weird name, right? That and I'm as I said, I don't think I'm even saying it right, but Garen name Bright. Garen name Bright. Garen name Bright.
Karen named Bright.
And like that actually the translator actually says that out loud at this point. It says, when Wyatt is talking about the dog, the translator says Garen Bright. And it says it in this dialect that's similar to the like cadence of the people that are talking to you. And when they hear that, first of all, they look shocked. They're like, "What?" And then you can see that they quickly hone in on your communication device, and they don't seem like, they may be impressed, but not like, "Oh, what is this devil magic?" Like they don't,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like they don't have that vibe at all.
Thanks for answering the question that you knew everybody was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Is Has able to, since this thing seems to be actively translating into at least a dialect similar to theirs, is Has able to configure the communicator to basically like speak into it and get it to spit out a translation?
It's getting much closer to
Okay.
that for sure. Like, it's just taking some time for that to develop, but that's definitely an unlock too. And when they hear that term, they like, "Oh, yeah," and they point to their injured person, and they go, "Woof woof, woof woof, woo woo."
We're communicating.
We're communicating.
The ooh-woos have it. All right.
Wow.
Christ.
Oh god, you just made so many people so happy,
Uh-huh.
Adam.
Me. Hi.
Oh yeah, me too.
I think we can point to Celebrant and be like the sign for like Stitch and like woo woo no.
When you do this, they immediately raise their weapons at
Oh,
you
no.
again.
no.
It's like flipping them off, bro. No.
Wyatt tries and flips them off. What do they do?
Oh, they love
like,
that. Your best friends.
They embrace me
Woo
heartily.
woo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Yeah, Celebrant would hold up like a bandage or, just some healing implements and like not move toward, but like gesture towards their injured person
Mhm.
to offer healing to them.
So they warily come in and they look around and they take stock of every person that's in the room. Like, and while they definitely haven't taken their hands off their weapons, but they're lowered. And you see the girl, the 12-year-old she's kind of like shaking a little bit, but she doesn't look scared, you know? So, I think with your training in medicine, you could just see that maybe the weight of the gun is starting to get to her.
Yeah.
And, but she's also just like trying to look super tough and like, part of this party, right? And, they seem to, for the moment at least, dial back the threat, and so they're here, and they see the wreck that is Evan's throat, and they soften a little bit at that too, and the woman reaches into her pack and pulls out some water and looks like some leaves, like big green leaves, long petal, big like singular petal, like
Banana leaves or something.
yeah, kind
I'll
of
bet.
not as big as that, but like
Yeah.
that kind of structure of leaf for sure.
I bet that's what they use for bandages.
And then she pulls out some actual bandages.
Oh, never mind.
And
She just looks super insulted.
I'm just
well,
trying.
she
my
pulls
best
out- she-
over here.
and she also pulls out a porter and pestle, right?
Okay.
Am I
Mortar
saying that
and
right? A
pestle.
Mortar and
Mortar and
pestle.
pestle.
There you
A porter and pestle. Yeah,
You-
whatever.
I-
Damn, she
so
pulls out a
good.
porter. She's only 12, dude. She can't be
She
drinking.
got a gun. She got booze.
Yeah, I got corrals 5. What y'all got?
Yeah.
Dang.
No. So she pulls that out and she starts grinding some of the leaf
Hmm.
into a paste, and then applies it to the bed. Basically, she starts helping you treat
Their older
both the-
companion, right?
both of the wounded. She makes some paste for both.
Oh,
Now
nice.
the older man looks bad, but not as bad as Evan. But there looks like to be a huge bite mark out of the side of his thigh, and they've got it tourniqueted or whatever, but it's a pretty large chunk of his leg was pulled out. And the two men, like, after they set the old man down, they reach into their pack and they pull out like a string of squirrels and birds.
What?
Like, yeah, like in their pack, they have like dead squirrels.
Oh, okay. I'm
Like,
so stupid.
and they start, making a fire.
I thought
You
it
know.
was like paper art of like.
I was gonna say
birds
that's what
and
I was
stuff.
like. What
I
were
was
you
like,
thinking?
oh,
I'm so
neat.
curious.
They're really, really
No,
creative.
actual dead animals to eat.
That makes a
Um,
lot more sense.
Yeah, yeah. Let's Occam razors this, guys.
These post-apocalyptic wasteland survivors are awful crafty.
Arts and crafts, baby. It's gonna get us through the apocalypse.
Oh wow.
So I'll say over some time, the translator does do its job. And in the interest of making this fun to listen, I'm not going to do all the translation back and forth as a robot voice. You can now just speak with them. So like they get settled, they still like, they're not like, hey, we're friends now, but they understand that right now you guys aren't an immediate threat and they're curious about you. You can see that they're very curious about you and what your deal is.
Okay, first things first. Now that we can talk, Wyatt's gonna say, listen, we need to guard the entrance, I think. We're all kind of here. Like, Karen came back, right? Or is she still at the front?
I mean, she's still at the front, but she's like engaged. She's just,
Okay.
she's still holding her position.
Okay,
but
I just didn't want to
yeah.
get snuck up on, you know what I'm saying? It's already happened once with teenagers, so, okay.
Yeah, right. Do I need to make a medicine check?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's just see how you fare in this situation.
Give me the opportunity to screw this up, Adam, please.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I didn't, I guess. I get a 9.
Okay, so that's good. Obviously, you can't really do much more for Evan at the moment, but you definitely help the old man.
That's good. That's really all
Um,
I wanted to do. I'm sorry. Evan's gonna die, so I just wanted good faith on the new folks, the ones with the guns.
mm,
Evan's just there to soak like one round.
Yeah, that's a lost
Jesus
cause.
Christ.
Toss them at whatever comes next.
Why do y'all hate Evan?
We don't hate
We
Evan.
we love
We don't.
Evan.
It's a
And we love
situational thing,
what
Adam.
he can do for us.
Mm-hmm. That. I love that. Yeah.
We're being practical.
Mm-hmm.
Survival scenario, you know?
Yeah, you scared the crap out of us, man.
Yeah, yeah.
This
yeah.
is your fault. You did this to Evan. I don't know what you
Air
want
grills
from
would
us.
toss them to the wolves too.
Mhm.
You made us the monsters that we are today. We were different monsters
See?
yesterday.
Exactly. Exactly.
We were different monsters before.
Story of my life,
Oh.
baby. I love that. That's my new phrase. That's my new tagline.
Yeah, that's a different monster yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's great. So you have these people to communicate with, and I want y'all to lead this, you know. This is part of the traveler experience, is like, you know, meeting new folks.
I'm out of wine.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
That's
thank
sad.
you. First, I would like to try and introduce myself. You know, we can
There we
talk
go.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Wyatt. Sorry, I have a throat thing on account of. And Wyatt pauses and thinks maybe it's not the best idea to let this new group of people know that there is a butcher amongst us. And just says, I've got a throat thing. Sorry, I'm Wyatt.
Innocent until proven guilty, all right?
Okay, okay.
We appreciate your restraint, and these people will be holding the trial as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So this woman, she has like dark brown hair pulled back in a ponytail, couple stray strands of hair fall over her eye. She's got dark brown eyes, pale skin. She says, "Violet, yes, Amelia."
It's very nice
Hello,
to meet you.
Amelia.
Yes, and this is Borks and Atlin. And she points to the two men. And then she points to the older man and says, "And that is Lauren. And this young one is Claire. And the teenagers that you did not see. That is Hoff and Yizik. This is our people. What are you doing here?"
My name's Celebrant. We're from a different planet. We crashed here.
Not all of us, right? I'm from here, actually.
Don't complicate things, Karen.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, as somebody who's from Marduk, who thought that we were the only civilization here, and this is, I'm just sorry, I'm a bit flabbergasted, right? Continue.
Now is not the time to overcomplicate things. I mean, if we talk to the manager later, that's a different.
I just don't want any misconceptions here. I am from here, so when we get to talking about what we know, I don't want you to think that I was lying. Is all. That's it.
Do you know an archaeologist, Karen?
No.
If you found one, that'd be helpful.
Right. I'll just go right out there and find an
Sounds great.
archaeologist.
Sounds great.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so and Amelia kind of looks at you expectantly, you know, as she's introduced her whole group, you know.
I'm gonna. No, you can. Who goes next? I don't want to introduce everybody.
Hey,
Take
There
forever.
he is. There he is.
Cormac Parker, pleasure's all mine, of course. Just passing through the neighborhood, trying to maybe find a ship off world. Don't know if you got one.
Do not have ship. No, do not have ship. This live here. We live here.
Oh. Have you lived here for a long time there, compadre?
Da.
What does the translator say that means?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Wait, are we in your living room?
No, this is not a living room. This is a hunting post.
Oh, wait, how many of your people are there?
That is a good question for the storyteller to know. And he does not.
I mean, at least this many. At least.
There's a village
7
nearby.
plus.
So there's a village worth
I'm
of
sorry,
people.
there's a what?
A village. A village.
Wheelage.
There's a village.
I'm
of
sorry, the
people.
translator seems to be
It's
malfunctioning.
glitching.
It's a wheel. A wheel.
Wheel of
At
cheese.
first, the translator indicated they might be Russian, but now I'm not sure. Still trying to figure out the accent. Really place it on the map.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. It's got to learn. Okay?
Yeah, don't figure it out.
Learn, it's gotta
I
learn.
built
It's
this into the
AI,
game,
you
Steve.
know?
Don't call it out. You know?
No, the immersion is incredible.
We're loving it. We're loving it.
This green owl keeps popping up. I don't know how to make it go away.
Oh, this green owl. Stop. Go away, Duolingo. Leave us alone.
Thought you turned off notifications for that a long time.
Okay. Yes, there is a village nearby. That is all of our people. This is where they live. But we were hunting, getting food. Half and East were coming to set up the fire, which is where this is our outpost. But we were attacked by the Gambarites as well. The pack is being extra what is the word? I do not know in your language. It is I know you have a translator.
Feral.
Mean.
Violent.
Yes, all of these things.
Just-
Asshole.
The
Just- just the
uncharacteristically aggressive. And I do fear that we are all their prey. And
Do you have a way to deal with these common pests, or is it just violence begets violence?
yeah, she like, yeah. The 12-year-old's like,
She says, "This is my boomstick."
This my boomstick. She's sawing off the top of it.
Her name's Ash now.
Yep,
Sorry.
her name is Ash.
No, my name is Clea.
As you gotta run a diagnostic on this translator.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
We really, our ultimate goal is to, well, complete our journey. We crashed here, but if the Gerba Blobbers are more aggressive, sorry, I don't remember what the names were. It could be because of all the extra activity on the surface. Karen, I'm sorry, I scared you away earlier. You were talking about some sort of attack or something, right?
Karen says, "Yeah, the Ogma Raiders, right? They came in force in a way that I had never seen them before either. It's kind of weird. It's similar to these dogs. Everybody's being more aggressive and acting in bigger packs. I mean, I'm not saying that there's a correlation there. It's just an interesting, now that I've eaten, I feel a lot nicer, and a lot more a lot less stress. But yeah, no, right. So the Ogma Raiders, they came and we got shot down. Do you know of the Ogma Raiders? And they're the Amelia's like, no, we do not know about these radars that you speak of.
Sense motive.
Are you primarily an underground civilization?
I would say it's about 50-50. We do know the cave structures, but we do prefer to live in the sunlight. So our houses are there, but we use the caves to get around, to avoid the Gurnbrights and to be seen. Yes?
And the caves are safe from the,
Well, we thought that, but as you and as Lauren here can attest to, I do not know that they are safe any further. They are getting more bold. That is the word I was looking for before.
Oh.
Bold. Bold.
bold.
Bold.
Bold. Can you say it with me? Bold.
Oh
Bold.
God, they're losing their hair.
Oh,
That's why they're so mad.
Yes.
Yes. They're going, oh,
We have
no.
to reset them to italic.
Sorry, that one got me.
Font jokes.
I think that we will be attacked before the sun rises by the pack.
Oh, I hate that.
This is not a
Yeah.
good no.
Not a
But it
fan.
is good that we found each other because we can at least work together, perhaps to fight off the pack, to survive the night.
Are
That
you
would be
saying
fantastic because we did horribly before when we didn't have all of you. We just fell apart. It was awful.
or extenuating circumstances, all things considered, an unknown adversary, and unknown terrain. It would cause us to fall apart quite quickly, but I
of
wouldn't look
course,
at that as a
yes.
reflection of our character,
No,
and
of-
more as
and I would say that a proclivity towards passivity and peace, and of course you're all willing to testify later on
Oh God.
as to the character of my client.
Also, I think we're running out of drugs, so things are gonna get better from here. I think.
Wyatt kind of shakes his head a little bit, particularly at the comment that Cormac made, or no, about testifying for him. And it's like, no. Is this the most defensible location, or is there something further in the caves? If you're certain they're gonna be attacking, should we
Well, the thing is that they attacked us from that direction as well.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's my hot take. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's not good
So-
at all. And
I
like
think
at
we're
this
agreed.
point,
This
at
is
this
it
point,
then.
At this point, what's his face starts panicking again, dude.
Oh, Finn, shut
Finian.
up. Didn't we
Oh.
give
He's
him
like,
drugs?
oh god damn it! I mean, we're fucked. All right, look, they got an old geezer and a child as their fighters. And what are y'all? Y'all are a bunch of dumbass lawyers, a near dead wolf, and whatever the fuck the two of you are. I can't tell what is going on between the twos of you, but like
I think we're in the beginning stages of our Sundara journey.
of our what journey?
You might need the translator for that. It's
No,
a
I
Sundara.
speak English, man. What are you talking about?
Well, it's
Karen,
not
can
English.
you
That's
slap
Oh,
him
you know,
again?
it's Japanese, so you know.
And like he's like, and this guy, and like he starts to get up in your face. He's like, do y'all know who this guy is? Do you know what he is? And he starts like shouting at your new companions here.
Wait, at Cormac or
the
So
people
he's
are
pointing. He's pointing at Cormac,
okay.
asking them if they know. He's about to spill the beans on Cormac being a fucking criminal.
Celebrant punches him.
Oh,
Oh,
All right, let's roll. Let's roll.
fucking go.
Are you trained in unarmed?
I am. Hold on.
Or
And
melee?
This is true. This is true. I have 0 in melee, but I have a 0, which is probably
Now,
going
A
to
zero
get
is
now
me
is
amazing.
melee
something.
the same as is there unarmed combat?
Oh,
I
No,
don't
I think that's a
see.
specialization of melee.
Hmm.
yeah, but we looked into it. I don't think when we went, and if you have a 0
You
in
don't get
melee,
a
you
yeah, you
don't
don't get
get
a
a specialization.
specialization until you get to 1, but you do get to roll this without the -4, which is clutch.
And do
All
I
right.
get
Stone
my
Cold
strength?
Assassin.
Yeah, this can be strength.
Yeah.
And then okay, I want to try to you know not get hit.
Oh, pussy.
I'm
Uh,
sure you do.
um, so he's gonna. I think we're gonna try to. Let me just check something out. I'm sorry. Just this is new. This is new.
It's
I didn't
new.
expect this. Didn't expect this. I should have.
I was gonna
I was
say
asking.
that's
I was asking for it.
Yeah.
The unexpected, man.
Okay. All right.
Also,
Yes.
we've been like, I think Finian's been on the edge
Uh-huh.
of like getting decked for a while.
A
I just thought it
multiple.
would be funny to
Yeah,
have
it's great.
Celebrant be the one to deck him.
Yeah, I
You are
love it.
correct. Yes.
You did it.
So I am gonna just dodge. Okay.
Okay.
So
Minus
we're just gonna be -1.
-1. So that's a straight roll because I get a +1 because of strength.
Yeah.
All right. I
Get
get a
him.
7.
So that is a miss, right? That's a miss. And
Damn.
I have a question.
hold on.
Okay.
So
I
you
too have a
miss,
question.
and as he like dodges, he like falls into Cormac because he was standing right by Cormac, and so now he's like all up in your shit, Cormac. Like he like stumbling into you.
Kiss him.
Fucking bear hug him.
Okay, you bear hug him. He's in a kind of in a panic mode now because somebody swung on him and he's like freaking out. And so he's gonna thrash and he's going to try to headbutt your face,
Right.
Oh,
Cormac. All right.
Going for the
just
back.
try.
So do you have a melee skill?
I sure do.
What do you have?
I am +1, but it is with melee weapons. I don't know if it's any more specific that with that. I'm just kind of
What about
talking.
athletics, dex?
Athletic strength I have 0, but not dex. No. Melee blade I'm 1.
Do you have a dex modifier?
No.
Okay. There's not a whole lot you can do here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna roll. He's just gonna roll. Hit an attack and we'll hopefully he misses, right? That's the idea for you. We
No,
probably
you're gonna
won't.
end up like boxcarring this son bitch.
Yeah, we'll
I just
see.
know it.
He's gonna
Uh,
die. You killed him.
Could kill Cormac with a fucking headshot.
Okay.
If he hits me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
Okay.
Finian's
So-
gonna die.
He does connect
Oh,
with his head, and his forehead just smacks right into your mouth, and it like knocks out a tooth, and like a tooth clatters to the ground. We'll deal with that in a second. So you want to, and like, but I will. Okay, a tooth comes out. Who's right next to him? You are, right? You just tried to deck him, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So you see that the tooth comes out, but like there's no blood. There's no blood coming from Cormac's mouth or on the tooth. Okay, that's what you see. And only you see that, Celebrate. Meanwhile, Cormac, you just got headbutted in the face by this guy.
you ungrateful little fuck! As Cormac, I mean, the chaos monster within me wants to take a swing with the hatchet, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not an idiot, and I'm not going to kill a man in front of people that we're trying to like buddy up with. But I am going to take a swing at him. Now, because I have the +1 in there, that's not going to apply to this. But because I've got melee, that means that I don't take a penalty, right?
Yeah,
You
you
can just
take
use my
no
strength
-4.
modifier.
Yeah.
All right.
No -4. Yeah.
I got an 8 total.
Eight's what you got to get. You
Oh.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eight's what you got to get.
So I just sucker punch him. Like there's
Okay.
no finesse behind it. It's a dirty hit.
Okay. I don't know how much damage just a punch does. I'm sure that
There's got to be something for it.
there's got to be something for it, right? Like I'm just looking for a damn table, you know?
They
Yeah.
got those in Traveler. They got
Yeah.
tables.
got-
Harmed
they got a
is
few.
1D straight up.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
1D. Okay.
you're right.
Thank you. Good job. All right. So yeah, just roll 1d6 and we'll see how much damage you do to him.
Oh, he's
Oh
doing
man,
max.
this is sad. I got 1.
All right, so you do 1 point of endurance damage to Finian, but he only has 4 for what it's worth. So
Celebrant is going to like lean down and pick up that thing.
the tooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
While this is going on, is there any chance that Has could have gotten out a dose of fast drug
Yes.
in order to attempt to inject it into our berserk
just
friend?
give me a dexterity check.
Just straight dexterity?
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to be an unaided roll, so I'm probably going to fail. It's an 8.
All right, great, perfect.
Oh my god.
You're injecting straight up drugs.
So you're able to get it out, okay? And then it's whenever he goes down from the hit, you just come down on him, plunge it,
Here you
and
go.
and he just like looks shocked for a second, and all the locals of the cave kind of reach back for their weapons for a second, and they're all like, what is going on? What is the meaning of this? And oh, you just have one of them. Yes, we have many of them too. Oh, not many, but then I understand the type. You go to sleep now, boy.
He wasn't helping the situation.
no,
at
he
all.
was-
Sometimes, you just can't hack it, and you need to experience 2 months over the course of one day.
Yes, these are the ones that we have milked the cows.
Wait a minute. Back up.
He's had it coming for a while.
Yes, we have cows in the village.
In the village, you have cows. Are these actual cows or?
Yeah, they're cows. They make milk. We eat them. We don't have many, so we don't eat them very often.
I'm so sorry. Is he talking? Is she talking about people? They
No,
use
we're
people
talking
as
about
cows?
the cow. The cow,
Oh,
the
okay,
cow
I
with
mean,
the,
okay.
with the others.
They're milking people?
You don't have cows when you
questioning it.
But it seems like a weird jump from what I was saying. I don't understand
I
why
thought you were
went
saying you
immediately to
had
people.
assholes that you like drugged periodically, and then you
No,
said
no.
cows.
These are the type of the people. This guy is the one that we have milked the cows because you could do that without.
Oh, you
getting-
have
fucking things
him
up.
milk the cows. I
Right,
thought
right,
you were
right.
saying he was a cow and he got milked.
He's
and
not.
I was
I'm
like,
not a
that's
cow
a different
too,
genre.
but-
Okay, sounds like these were lost in translation.
Yeah, that's
I'm not
it.
sure why people would be on drugs while they're milking cows. That seems potentially dangerous, even to me.
Well, sometimes you just
Carly,
get in
you
a
are
rhythm,
such a
you know?
chaos goblin. Like what? I love it because now we have a bit about milking cows in this adventure. But what?
I mean, between that and like the paper squirrel chain, I just kind of want to know what's going on with you.
Don't
And also maybe
Maybe not.
maybe you went through the line a little fast. Oh god.
Maybe it's good that there was only one bottle there. You know.
Yeah. we having a good time.
Oh, my
Okay,
back
so he's
hurts.
out.
I laughed
He goes
too
there.
hard.
He's out. All right, so Cormac. I'm not sorry, not Cormac. Celebrate. You pick up the tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say it looks like a tooth in shape and everything,
Mhm.
but it's like where the roots would be
Mhm.
is a small screw.
Pocket it immediately. I have a point in stealth. I will do it stealthily.
Okay. I will say. I mean, you can certainly try to stealth that it's not like Cormac doesn't know he lost a tooth.
Yeah,
Like, he
okay.
might not know
Mhm.
where it went.
That's
like,
Yeah.
but
That's
like
what
Cormac is gonna be aware that he lost a tooth.
I'm in the like, I just got hit in the face and lost a tooth.
Now your nose
Real
is,
or not, it hurts.
yeah,
So
your
he's like
nose is
covering his mouth and
your
bleeding.
nose is bleeding for
Yeah.
sure. Like, and your lip got busted a little bit, but you know, as I said,
Around the
only
tooth hole is
Yeah.
clean.
So
And you
so
know what-
even if this happens directly in front of him, what I'm trying to say is like I think this role makes sense because he could definitely miss it given what just happened
right,
and what
totally.
he's dealing with.
and I'm so sorry. As we've had the conversation, like Celebrant like goes to put it in his pocket and then immediately takes it out again. Mr. Parker,
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
I've been reviewing case evidence for some time. Do you have a fake tooth?
I got some work done in my line of work. Yeah, lose things, get things back.
Then I guess I have one of your teeth. This man just punched out of your mouth.
Oh,
Sorry,
well, I'll
headbutt.
be needing that back. Gotta preserve the smile.
There's a screw on it. Is that normal? And part of me wants to like start fiddling with it.
I'm in nuts and bolts and screws.
Yeah, like that's
Oh.
actually I
As an
spent many.
Wow, I
many
didn't expect that to
years-
pay off, but it did.
Yeah, I spent many years in
Oh, coming full
bolts,
circle.
and it's very small. The detail is fine. I'd like to look at it if that's okay.
The celebrant recognized the provenance of this particular tiny screw.
Actually, I think this is one of ours.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that makes sense. We work with Hayakawa pretty closely. There was those blueprints I found that one time
question.
in the office.
As we're drawing attention to this, like Wyatt would see that. I have electronics, comms, and engineering power. Does this tooth, like at a glance, maybe?
You don't have any awareness of the tooth,
He's like
right?
he's
Oh, he's
bringing
holding
it
it
up.
up.
He's
Sorry, I
like-
did. Yeah, I changed my
But
mind.
okay, let
My bad.
me put it this way: there is at this point no reason for you to think that it's anything but a tooth, right? Like, because he just got headbutted. He held up a tooth. He said, "Here, and
He said he's got
like-
a screw in it.
yeah," and he said, "I got some work done."
This
Adam, I
is
want to
conceivably a
know.
fake tooth.
Yeah.
A roll might determine it's
Fine.
that or it's
Yeah.
something else.
Is there something? The thing is like I don't know the skills in this game, so I don't know what skill you should roll.
I've
Like,
got science and engineering.
well, no, what I'm looking for is like
And
an
electronics.
intuition type skill, right? To like,
Uh-huh.
would like would Wyatt think that this is weird? Because like it looks like a fake tooth, right? That's screwed into
Oh,
your like they put like a little bit of cement in your gum and they screw a tooth in. But I mean,
Celebrant's hoping to stumble across something or accidentally destroy this tooth.
do you have recon streetwise? What about streetwise? Atlanta, you got
I have
Streetwise?
streetwise.
I have a 0 in Streetwise.
All right, you can roll streetwise.
Can we aid each other?
Well, no. But you can
I
each
think-
roll one. Yeah.
Like I've got hands on it right now.
what
8,
is-
5 and a 3. So I don't get the -4 because I have a 0 in streetwise,
shit.
right?
Right. Do you have an intellect modifier?
No.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay. That's pretty juicy.
I
That's like-
rolled well because I got
Yeah,
a
you
zeros.
did- That's like pretty good, actually. By the effects result, that is you rolled an 11 total.
Yes.
All right, so that's a average success at the high end, though. Yeah, you. I'll say this: it is a fake tooth. That is certainly. It looks like a fake tooth. The screw isn't weird, but like, you just don't trust Corbin.
That part.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And something is just unsettling you about the whole ordeal.
Do you need any help putting it back in?
Okay, you roll a streetwise. Because this sounds crazy.
And he does. He has a little crazed gleam in his eyes.
Wait, you want me to roll streetwise?
No, I mean, like, I'm just joking because, like, I don't think that there's any world where you would believe that Wyatt wanted to help you put
No
your tooth back
fucking
in.
way.
Yeah.
Well, you're best friends now.
So-
This is a new
Cor-
thing.
I'm plenty from. It's not the first time this has come out. Mr. Applebottom, if you wouldn't mind handing that back my way, I can get that incisor right where it needs to be.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've already got the screw halfway off. Give me a second. I'm gonna put it back on. Okay, all right. I suppose it is your tooth. It's weird it didn't bleed. You hold that.
Yeah, inanimate objects typically don't, but thanks.
I was
and
talking
so-
about your head, but
No, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding.
oh,
for
you
sure.
are. Oh,
Yeah.
From the nose, not from the mouth.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where I think the confusion was.
And that was definitely the confusion.
As he holds it up, like
Mhm. You just
it
want
doesn't-
something, don't
I
you?
do. I just want to know what that is. Is it a tracker? Is it a
You could shoot it.
bomb? Like
It's Chekhov's tooth.
Chekhov's tooth.
Chekhov's tooth. That means we gotta let it. We gotta let it be.
Yeah.
If that's the case. Gotta just let it be.
Hayakawa's got a great dental plan, but my deductible is not that high. So I'm just saying I want that back or it's coming out of my paycheck.
Oh no, that's terrible for you.
The out-of-pocket
Yeah.
maximum is just it's brutal, absolutely brutal.
I don't think I can withhold his tooth, Wyatt. I have to give it back.
It's fine. Give him his tooth
These
back.
people are
This
very
is fine.
strange.
Well, yeah, we find ourselves we're strangers in a strange land. You know.
If you'd like to submit a subpoena to consider it a piece of evidence in the trial, if you have a concern, we should speak behind closed doors.
Oh, I'll submit a subpoena. All right.
I don't think you know how to do that.
don't.
Oh wait, that's not what you meant.
Oh yeah, you're
Meant
with it.
violence.
Yeah, you're hip.
Okay, now I get it. Sorry. It took me a minute.
Hazel turned back to the members of the local hunting party and just be like, "This is all totally normal. Nothing was weird here. This is how we do things."
It's all above board.
We have extensive video evidence showing that this is all normal, but it's not available at this time. Now,
You'll need a
about-
subpoena to get it.
I jam the tooth back up in my head before anybody does anything weird. Unless.
Well, I just feel like, you know,
Or I could pocket it. Yeah, if it's not like easy, that's fine.
Yeah, like you know, it would take some dentistry to do. It's probably not
Okay.
that hard, but you know, like somebody with a medic could certainly try to do it. But like, if you're just, you can also, it's not something you can just like pop in like a chiclet. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, I've been fixing people all day. I'm happy to offer my services.
By all means, let's give it a shot.
I could put it back for you if it don't pop in right.
I know you've got very steady hands, so I trust you.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just. All right. And I'll pull out the medical kit and I'll get things going and I'll try to put the tooth back.
Okay.
The alleged tooth.
Oh boy.
Steve. I'm so sorry, Steve.
Don't you dare.
I got snake eyes.
You
Oh,
fucker.
no.
I get snake eyes and I have a 1 in medic, so that means 3. I guess.
Oh, God. You just like jam that fucker.
oh, you,
I think I
no
screwed
teeth
it up.
left.
He breaks it.
Ooh.
He breaks it trying to put it in, and
His
Oh.
head
a
explodes.
his head doesn't explode.
Damn it.
So he's like trying to get it in there, screw it in, and he just like a little bit too taut on a turn and it cracks. Now, Steve, I'm going to give you an opportunity here
Mm-hmm.
to stealth swallow that tooth if you would like to.
I don't have anything in stealth.
Okay,
Can I
well,
regular swallow?
Can I regular swallow?
Yeah, but I mean, a regular swallow will be like, it'll be obvious that you're doing that to
No,
everyone.
I think that would be foolish.
Dude, the roll at a -4.
I mean, he
Hope
can
for the
definitely
best.
try to
You
roll it,
can.
but
You could do it. We're very bad at seeing things and everything.
basically what I'm saying is if you
I-
pass the stealth roll, it'll look like you accidentally swallowed it in the, you know, in the procedure.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh my! I like. Part of me is like, what is happening right now? What in the world is going on? Why are we being so careful about this damn tooth?
I want to know what it
Now
is.
I want to know more.
I rolled well, but I'm not sure if it matters. That's gonna be a 6 total because I got a 10.
Okay, yeah, you had to get an 8, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, like it breaks, and for all of you out there, I want to remind you that this is not a real tooth, so don't get like too freaked out with like dental stuff.
Too late.
You know, like, but it does break, and uh, like as soon as it breaks, Cormac closes his mouth like quickly, like you just get your fingers out of there, celebrant, and it just go, and the tooth is gone.
What was
Oh.
that tooth?
I broke it. I'm so sorry.
Why did you?
I can't believe I did that.
It's fine. Why did you swallow it?
I got hungry.
I f-
Well, that seems normal. That seems like a normal.
And she was
reaction.
questioning me about the cows and the milk and they eating teeth.
I mean,
um,
cows eating teeth. I mean, what are we here but a society?
what just happened? I'm still so.
You're gonna make this difficult for me, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much my life's work at this point. I'll be honest with you. Yeah.
Sometimes when you work for a large corporation, they like to keep track of you. You follow, Wyatt?
Not
I
for
mean, it's
nothing.
generally in the best interests, but you seem to be putting
This-
particular import on the word track, and I'm not following you.
How are you not following me?
Not for nothing, but does that mean that the esteemed Hayakawa Corporation might
They know where we're at.
in to our rescue?
No, Wyatt, they knew where we were at, and we may have gotten rescued because I had a tooth. And now this dumbass on the ground knocked it out, and this other one broke it.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh, I get it. The tooth was a tracker.
Oh my god.
whoa. Wyatt, you all can't hear this, but in his head, he's speaking very loudly to himself. Oh, God, he's my lawyer. Oh,
We are
no.
never getting off this planet, and we're all gonna end up as fucking dog food because of the two of you. I had a way out, and you all screwed it up.
Well,
This is all admissible.
yes, well, speaking of dog foods, that is going to be us very soon. So if you could stop bickering about your teeth,
Impossible.
and we should make a plan to defend ourselves through the night before they come. It could be any moment. You guys are terrible, by the way.
Unfucking-believable.
All of you are terrible. I cannot believe that we have to rely on you to help us with this. This is bad. This is
It's-
not good.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was, we had the resources of a multi-trillion-dollar corporation behind this rescue until now.
Just hold the
Rescue.
phone. Now
So
give
let's,
the phone to
say
me.
let's stoke the
nothing.
fire and
You-
batten down the wagons and shit.
All you had to do was tell us. You could have told us from the get-go that you had a tracker on you, and we would have not gone into this fucking place with all these fucking dog things. We could have stayed by the ship if we knew that somebody was coming.
The tracker works wherever you are, safe or not.
We didn't
It's
know.
not safe out there. It's better down here,
Well-
but apparently not by much.
What if you open your mouth like really wide and you just like yell down your throat to come to get us? Like, is it like a microphone situation? Just spitballing here. Like, I'm trying to be productive.
Oh my god.
I will say this. Wyatt is getting like closer and closer to your face. Like you guys are screaming at each other like inches
Yeah.
away. And he finally realizes like how close he is to you. He kind of gives you the up down look and he says, whatever. What do you guys suggest we do to prepare for the dog things? And he's a little flushed.
Like, speak the-
There's a lot of tension building up, and it had to go somewhere, so it just put sexual tension.
Yeah.
When in doubt.
I mean, if you want to kiss, you can kiss.
Cormac plays with his hair a little bit. Touches his chest.
Oh man,
This
Oh,
is
man.
a judgment-free zone.
he's right. None of this is admissible.
Holy cow. Well, this is where we've ended up.
I don't know how we
did
got
this,
here,
Adam.
Adam. I'm
You
so
did
sorry,
this.
man.
You knew what was
Seems
coming.
like such a long way away from when we first started rolling dice making these characters.
Does it though?
And yet
No,
it was
it
does
inevitable.
it.
What a great game.
Great.
Game.
Love
I'm
this
loving
game.
Traveler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So there's the imminent threat of the killer wolf dogs. And I'm just going to lay it out to you. They're going to come in here soon. And you guys can set up anything. I want to give you guys the opportunity to be clever, but I am losing faith fast
No.
in your ability to do this as a group. So
That's a good idea. I mean, that's
Bold of you to have any
fair.
faith to begin with.
bold.
Yeah,
Bold.
true.
Bold.
Bold.
Question.
Bold is the word.
Are
Bold.
there any combustible materials, i.e., wood or anything, in
Look,
here?
what? Yes, there's a fire pit with some wood in it.
I mean, like copious amounts. Basically,
Not copious. No, I would not. No.
my thought
We have-
is to
We have
take.
14 fire starting kits.
Yeah.
I
Right.
believe.
So my suggestion is that you look at your survival kits because that's going to be the most used. That's really all that you have. And I'm going to be open to cleverness and traps and whatever you can try to come up with. You know, and you know the good thing is you don't necessarily have to come up with this now. I just want you guys to understand that's what's impending. This is what you need to hold the fort against. And there is this weird wrinkle now with the tracking tooth. And 3 combatants are no longer combatants. You know, Evan's on the ground. You've knocked out Finn for the foreseeable future.
Addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
I love that.
And there is the old man who is also unable to fight. So you have the 4 of you. You have Karen, who at this point the bridge of her nose is so pinched it looks like she had a nose job. And then you have all of the locals, which are really, they're looking really a lot more nervous than they were.
What? Do we not inspire confidence?
but you have
we immediately attacked each other, screaming at each other.
Just ripping out teeth and jabbing drugs into each other. It's,
yeah.
how does
you
that not inspire confidence?
you have Amelia, the two men, the little girl, and the two teenagers. Those are all combatants. So you have a squad here. Um, are there any are there any last things that you guys want to say to each other before the actual planning phase and all this? Because we're, if you haven't figured out, we're approaching the end of this episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a
And
sneaking
so,
suspicion.
so if there's anything that you would like to do before I say we'll see you and do the combat next time that we meet, this is the time. Not to put you on the spot.
Like in character or just like in regards to trap building
Hey,
stuff?
Tyler, whatever is on your mind. You tell me, buddy.
You have
Okay.
a talking stick.
I think
feel
Haz
like-
is going to say, when I give the signal, just make sure that you cover your ears. And he'll say that in both languages, so both groups get that.
What's the
That's
signal?
ominous.
Did you just say cover our ears?
Yes, I'm going to do a thing that
Like
you don't
like
you
this?
don't yeah, you don't want to
Okay,
hear
just
it.
wanted to make sure that we were understanding through
Yeah,
this
it's gonna-
translator.
Like it's gonna be not you're not gonna want to hear it because
What?
no, don't do it now. Do it later. I'll do it.
What did you say? I was
I'll
covering
do it
my
like a
ears.
like a wolfy kind, like a ooh, ooh.
That's
So
the signal.
wolf.
Yeah, ooh is the signal.
But that is confusing because this is wolf and ooh. So when you go wolf, we cover ears.
Yes, but just me. Everyone else can do wolf normal.
What? Oh, wait, what did you say?
I have a suggestion. We have these, and there's a chemical light stick. Why don't you just break this and toss it, and that's the signal? It lights up.
Okay, but it's not as fun. But sure.
It's a glow stick. It's inherently more
Yes,
fun.
but I'm just gonna have to roll to resist dancing. It's a
Well,
whole
that
thing.
sounds like a you problem, Has.
I'm so intrigued and concerned. Okay. All right. Okay, so maybe what if we take all of the wood that's in here and we like make a line of wood against both entrances, and when we hear the wolves get close, we set them on fire to create like a wall, like a fire flame barricade.
Yeah, especially if we have some sort of like accelerant. Like if we break open a fire starter, I don't know if there's like if that essentially means it's like a lighter with lighter fluid in it or something.
Yeah.
I definitely like where your head's at. I honestly am going to give you the time between episodes to look through this
Okay.
and then actually come up with a plan
Cohesive
and
plan.
articulate it at the start of next episode.
Okay.
You know, you guys are awesome. You make me laugh every time we do this, and this somehow this story keeps taking such wild turns. You know, like.
Somehow.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're
Somehow.
talking about.
I mean, like, yes, obviously there's been some seeds planted, but they're definitely blossoming in ways that are unexpected, always. You know what I mean? And I think I just want to say before we sign off for today, that is some of the beauty that's inherent in these games that are not so strictly regulated by rule for everything that you do. You can you're just like telling the story as it happens and using this 2D plus one. You know, it's simple enough to kind of feel it, and as such I think that's why we're getting such a random wild ass story. And I for one am very much enjoying it. What a great way to kick off 2024 for STF and friends with this third episode. I think we got I want to say one episode left, but with you crew it could be two, but we're definitely closing in on the end of this. So yeah, we'll let you guys all know when the next date is once we decide. But Emily, Tyler, Sam, and Steve, thank you again for a wonderful Monday evening, and I hope you guys had a good time too.
Very much.
This
so.
has been an absolute joy. Thank you for having us. This has been so
Yeah.
much fun. And you've been doing a great job doing the ref. I think that's the right terminology
Yes.
for this.
Yes.
You've been doing a great job of it.
Thank you.
Keeping us in line, putting us on the tracks when we need to be on the tracks.
That is not
Yeah.
an easy job.
No.
No, you guys are definitely helping me hone my skills, putting some challenges in front of me. No, it's a joy. So until next time,
We'll see
ya.
ya.
Killing it.